Hey, y'all. How is everybody doing? Welcome in, welcome in. This video has been long overdue. I was been supposed to. Oh, wait a minute. Go live. I'm looking at myself on two different screens. So it's looking like I'm showing up behind the picture. So hold on, let me flip my camera. Not that way. No. Oh, that is so weird. Okay, so I guess I'll just talk like this. Although on my screen, I'm behind the picture, but I'm looking at it on YouTube and I look like I'm aligned correctly on YouTube. But anyway, long as y'all can see me clearly, it don't even matter. Long as y'all can hear me clearly, it don't even matter. Shout out to everybody that's coming in to join on this live. Okay, this video, like I said, it's been long overdue. This was something I was supposed to talk about like last week or so, but I said I'm gonna go ahead and still cover this topic because I think it's a much needed discussion that we need to have in regards to um what I call like spiritual or energetic assassinations, right? Or like pretty much like the spiritual war, right? Because we are indeed in the spiritual war, but I specifically wanted to use these people that you see on the screen as an example as to what it is and why I wanted to talk about this topic. Now, for those who don't know and ain't been keeping up with Diddy, we do know that Diddy has been found not guilty on the major charges, and the other charges he still got going on. Pretty much he still had to have sentencing and all of the things, right? And it was a lot going on back and forth with content creators in particular. As you can see on the screen, we got a content creator, I think his name is Ratchet, and then you got Tisa Tells there, and then you got Diddy in the middle. Now, I specifically wanted to talk about this because it bothered me really bad to see how Ratchet had been attacking Tisa Tells and still currently is still doing content about Tisa. Okay. I just recently discovered Tisa. And hey everybody, I see y'all joining and commenting. I just want to complete my thought before I get to the chat, but I'm gonna get to the chat. Okay. I just recently discovered Tisa Tells in regards to the Diddy case. Okay, she had been covering the Diddy case for quite some time, to my knowledge, and she was very informative and factual. Okay, obviously, she inserted her opinion here and there, but for the main point of it, she was very factual to me. Now, my thing was, it's like I've seen a lot of men bashing Tisa. I've seen a lot of men. So, do any of you guys know who Tisa is up here on the screen first and foremost? Okay. Do anybody know who she is? I know some of y'all know who Ratchet is because y'all have brought Ratchet up in the comments before. And this is not to necessarily bash him, as a content creator, because I know at the end of the day, content creators, some of them have integrity and some don't. Okay. Some content creators have integrity and some do not. And they are willing to do whatever to get views, likes, and comments and to go viral for any reason, even if that means throwing other content creators under the bus to make themselves look like they're better than them. Okay. From what I've seen, okay, so we got a yes and we got a no. Okay. Well, for what I've seen, okay, and I'm going to bring up some videos because there was a big thing outside of the Diddy outside of the Diddy case. No, not outside of the case. More so outside where Tisa Tells was, and a whole bunch of other content creators was too. I believe Lovely T was there because I remember seeing her on Tisa Tells YouTube channel, and the one with the baby oil getting poured on him outside of the Diddy trial. Um once they heard that Diddy was not guilty on the major charges, they just like went crazy and bananas outside of the courtroom. So are you guys familiar with that? Because I could show y'all that video too. And then we just gonna have to bring this around full circle because, like I said, I just think that this is something that we need to talk about. Oh, Armand, again, any names that I mention, it's not necessarily to bash them. It's just to express what I've picked up and what I've seen. And ultimately, it's really about how Tisa Tells has been treated throughout this whole Diddy trial. Okay. Now, I didn't necessarily like how Ratchet was towards her. You know, we can't be mad about people having opinions and you know, somebody standing with the prosecutors and they against Diddy being free. Like, we can't be mad about that. And I feel like Ratchet takes his opinion too far to the point where it's damn near illegal, the things that he was doing when he was harassing Tisa outside of the courtroom. Okay. That day. That day. So this was like a week or so ago. Okay. You say you're very familiar with Tisa. So hey y'all, hey Miss Sexy Ray, hey Nicole, hey Miss Angie, and Kyra. So you say yes, you're familiar with Tisa. So I mean, what do y'all pick up about how she was being treated at that time? Because my thing is, if that was a man, I don't think that Wretched would have had that same attitude. And my thing was, why didn't nobody say nothing to him when they seen him attacking her? Even though it was verbal, it was harassment though. You know, from what I had seen, it was pure harassment. So his narrative that he's going with is that Tisa is telling lies. So of course, me being a detective that I am, an investigator, I gotta go back and watch Tisa. And I got to go back and watch his angle. I also seen Lovely T's angle because she was also in the mix. Okay. She was one of the people that was recording Tisa during the time she was being harassed. And I thought that was strange because I had just seen her on Tisa Tells YouTube on one of her lives, and Tisa seemed to have a respect for her. So I was really blown aback when I seen that she was one of the people in the crowd actually recording Tisa being harassed by Ratchet. And I also thought that it was ironic that Ratchet has, he was very nice and kind to Lovely T, like, on one of his lives, because I spent quite some time going back and forth from Lovely T to Ratchet and to Tisa Tells just to get the full scope of everything before I talked about this topic, right? And I felt like everybody was playing a Tisa Tells face. I just felt like they all was. And as a woman, that would have never. I fuck the phone, fuck the views, fuck being seen. You get what I'm saying? If I seen a man harassing a woman like that, you can clearly tell that Tisa was. It wasn't that she was afraid. I felt like she was. What he was trying to do was make her get off of her square, right? Because he said, I'm about to go interrupt her live. Okay. When they got out of court, normally when Tisa get out of court, she goes straight on live. And I know this because I've been watching her for a few weeks now. She goes straight on live. She give her viewers the tea of what's going on in the courtroom, blase, blase, right? So he knew she was live. He was looking for her. He was asking people around him, where is Tisa? Where is Tisa? So that he can go crash her live. That's what he said. So it was his intention to go find her so that he could publicly harass her on his live and create like a campaign of people with other content creators, because he's not the only one. Okay, but he was the one that was going viral for supposedly putting Tisa in her place and exposing her to be a fraud and a liar. Okay, so we're gonna get into those videos because I got the video footage. Okay, but let me look at these comments. And like I said, we gonna definitely talk about the spiritual aspect of this, because I really do feel like this Diddy case is not just about Diddy. It's about exposing an entire system, or exposing and you know, the ritualistic abuse and this grid of manipulation that they got going on, all in the name of music and fame, right? Because if it wasn't about that, and then you know what, I think some of these content creators are being paid. I think Diddy and his crew is paying these content creators. I do believe that, because why y'all going so hard about somebody who beat on women? I'm confused. But it's allegedly said that Ratchet is a woman beater himself. So that's not ironic, is it? For him to be in total support of Diddy if he's the same type of person. That will make total sense why he felt like he could not put hands on Tisa. He couldn't put hands on her, but he could use his mouth as a weapon. He could use his influence as a weapon, right? To influence people to attack her. He could do that though. If that ain't no abusive shit, I don't know what is. You know? Say it was disgusting. It was disgusting. And it was like, damn, like all the lady doing is covering the case. All she's doing is covering what her perspective is of the case. And then they say, I've heard men say, oh, Tisa, she's too emotional. Tisa, you know, she got her emotions too wrapped up in this case. So having an opinion and being outspoken about what you believe and standing for something means you're too emotional? Make it make sense. It makes no sense. You say Ratchet accused her of lying about what was going on in a courtroom. He did. But then when he explained what he's saying that she's lying about, it don't make sense. It didn't make sense to me. You know, oh, she's lying. No, what you're saying is her opinion. You don't agree with it. I never heard Tisa say Diddy is going to go to prison. I heard her have very strong opinions about Diddy going to prison, and she wants him to go to prison ASAP. Now, I heard her say that. But again, they want to control the narrative, what makes me feel like they're being paid to say and do the things that they're doing, because Tisa do hold weight because of her platform. She got a big platform now. Okay? Not as big as Lovely T, but she got enough influence to where she is going on popular shows like what's the lady show that she went on? Y'all know the white lady, I can't think of her, Nancy Grace. She went on Nancy Grace. She done been on the news, ABC News, I believe. And I think that it really got a lot to do with jealousy and envy. I really do. And I think that the people that was standing around her watching her be attacked and harassed in that moment, they probably jealous of her too. I don't care if they got more subs than her, more influence than her. Sometimes you will be surprised at the people who are envious of you that seem or appear to have more than you. You will be surprised. I think Tisa is a very confident woman. She's beautiful on the eyes. On top of that, she's smart. She's, you know what I mean? She's intelligent. I just feel like it's a lot of things that's at play. And then the fact that she ain't supporting Diddy. It's like she's a triple threat, right? She's a triple threat. He kept saying that she lied, but I can never figure out what Tisa lied about. Exactly, Kyra. That's what I'm saying. Because when somebody lying about something, I got to go do my due diligence to be like, okay, let me listen to some of your messages and your content and see exactly what it is that you're saying they're lying about, that they're saying, that they're insinuating, that the narrative they trying to push. Like, let me see. I didn't get that. And if I missed it, then I missed it. But what I've heard him say so far and others, it's just opinions that they're mad about. It's just opinions, literally. It's a difference from her saying he going to prison. I got this information. I know this for a fact, or, misreading purposely the transcripts, because you can't change the transcripts. Okay. That's just, it is what it is. But you can't get mad at somebody not agreeing with something that you agree, that you think. Everybody not gonna have the same feelings about everything. I'm not understanding, and this is an issue that I have with with content creators. Like, y'all mad about people thinking things other than what you think. What's the MO here? What's really good? That's what I be thinking. You say he also accused her of being paid off and given special privileges appearing on a nightline, right? And I do remember hearing her say that they said that she was a Fed, she was working for the Feds or whatever. Again, they have no actual facts about this. They don't have nothing. They have all of opinions. They don't have no facts to back that up. It's just a narrative that I think that they're trying to spin because she don't want him out of prison. She don't want him free. And she thinks that, and she thinks that what she thinks about Diddy, I think that Diddy is definitely a puppet. I think that he's a cover up for something deeper and darker that's really going on, a bigger beast. I do think that he's an abuser. We can't deny that he was on camera whooping on Cassie, regardless if we feel like, or some people feel like, I'm not gonna say me, because I don't feel like Cassie really wanted to do everything that she was involved in. But even if they say she was involved, we can't deny the fact that he definitely attacked her in that video. We can't deny the fact that she definitely had to wear makeup to cover up from being knocked upside your head by Diddy. So he's an abuser from what we've seen. That's facts. So what are we supporting? Is most people supporting him because they idolize him, because of who he is in the music industry, because of his musical talents? Or are we actually going to deal with the fact that he could still be a monster and be a creative at the same time? Or, be talented at music and still be an abuser? Most abusers are very charismatic, right? Most abusers are, they come off very likable. Okay. She said everybody looking for clout. I agree. She said he was done. Again, if she say he done, then that's her opinion. That's her opinion. Like, he's done. Okay. That's her opinion. Some people say, oh no, he's not. He's not going to prison. Okay, we can say you lying because We can say another person lying because they say he ain't going, but clearly he still is facing some type of time. Clearly, they already found him guilty on some charges. So you know what I'm saying? If she feel like he done, then he done. Is that enough for me to run and make content about her being a liar? Nah, it's a hidden motive there. Nah. You say I wouldn't say she lied, but she does embellish a little. Yeah, I wouldn't say she lied either. But again, we talking about opinions. We talking about opinions. We talking about opinions, y'all. So I got this. Is it on YouTube? Yes. So which one do I want to show first? Hold on, y'all. That's something else. Child, they didn't went off into that the that's another video for another day. Anywho, hold on. She said she embellishes, but it's like, is it enough for them to want to attack her to the point where if Tisa didn't have security, do you think? I think that she would have gotten attacked a long time ago, physically attacked for embellishing a little, right? I think that they would have attacked her a long time ago. You know, but all Ratchet do it. All most content creators, like even like with the thumbnails and the way that you title your videos, all content creators title it and name it and make it look like something for people to be enticed to click on. They all do it. They all do it. So it's like, okay, even if she did embellish things or word things in a way where to make people want to, you know, support her beliefs and her opinions, so what? Because they all do it. They literally doing it to her now, like wording their thumbnails and their titles to make it look like and sound like that Tisa is lying on Diddy. When I don't see the lie. Where's the lie? Show me the lie. Everybody do it. Everybody do it. Okay. Because you want to be able to draw in as much people as possible, because at the end of the day, it is the views. It's the views that get content creators paid. So they're definitely going to word things in a way where it entices people. They're definitely going to say things and trigger people on purpose to get you to view more, to get you to respond more, to get you to share more, to get them more outreach. Yes. Hey, Colette. Nicole say, I feel all media is manipulative. People have been coming for her. Yeah, it is. All, and when I say all, including me, because I probably don't put as much energy and time and effort into it as others, because I'm not into tricking people per se, but you do manipulate your content and what you put on it and what you say, and just to attract as many people as possible. Literally all content creators do it. I'll be lying if I say anything other than that. They all do it. All right. So let's play this one where she was on Nancy Grace. It's real short. and then we'll go from there. And then we'll just talk about it, because I do think the fact that no man said nothing to him, and she had security, she did have 2 security guards standing next to her as Ratchet was attacking her from outside the gate that she has surrounding her. Okay. I still think that a lot of abusive men feel like they can do that in the public and nobody will tackle their ass like a fucking linebacker and whoop on their ass for attacking a woman. He felt like he could do what he was doing because he know there would be no repercussions for him doing that in public, and people are more concerned with getting good content, getting content that will, trigger the people. Oh, look at this, look at that. You get what I'm saying? So I think that people have become very desensitized. I think that desensitized, or what's the word where it's like dehumanized. People are becoming more and more dehumanized to where they don't even view a person being attacked as being attacked. They think it's funny. They think it's, oh, this tea. You know what I'm saying? No, you couldn't tell that she was uncomfortable being attacked by a man. Even though she had 2 armed security guards, he still triggered her to the point where her nervous system was going all over the place because she kept repeating herself. You could tell that she was nervous. Her security guards just stood there. They ain't say nothing, I guess, because they was armed if he was to come any closer. But me, if I was there, like I was saying, it would have been fuck the content. It would have been, I'm about to call the police on you then. You want to put on the show? We finna put on the show. That would have been me. Why is you talking to her like you crazy, nigga? That would have been me. But everybody ain't like me, though. Clearly. Everybody not like me. I can't stand to see a man abusing a woman and talking to a woman like she ain't shit. I can't stand that. And any man that supports a man that does that, he ain't shit either. Any woman that's with a man that talks to women like that ain't shit either. That it just is what it is. That wouldn't have went down with me like that. Fuck the content, like I said. The content would have been me cussing his ass out. That would have been the content. He thought he was gonna bully somebody. That'd be the thing. These content creators take this shit so motherfucking too damn far that they think that they can bully people into influence, because the real currency, for real, beyond the money part that you get for the views and all of that, it's about the influence. They want to be able to be the first to say this, the first to report that, the first to be able to say, I told you so. That's what it be about. It be sick, and that's why I have to fall back. I gotta fall back because I do stand for something, and I ain't falling for anything, and it's not about the money for me. It's not. But everybody else can't say the same because they're fucking NPCs. They're brainless. They're fucking brainless. No morals, no integrity, no nothing. And if any of them took some money from Diddy, because I do remember Tisa saying that somebody offered her the transcripts to the Diddy trial, she denied it. So, and she was saying she know for a fact that a lot of content creators took them up on that offer and they are getting paid off. And the one person that they can't control is Tisa, because she's pushing her own narrative. Diddy and his fucking abusive ass entourage of people that like to do this ritualistic abusive shit they got going on, this secret society bullshit. They the ones that don't want to have Tisa out here talk popping her shit. They don't want that out here. They don't want that. They need people that's gonna be able to be a puppet and shut up and take this money and take these transcripts because they expensive as hell. It was said that they what $1,500 per day for the transcripts. They was offering, Diddy people was offering to pay the content creators for the give them the transcripts, but push a certain narrative. If Diddy innocent, let him prove his innocence in court then. And even if he's innocent at this point, based off all the evidence that was exposed in the courtroom, he ain't so damn innocent. Regardless of what verdict they come to, he ain't that damn innocent. Say the celebrity worship has to stop. People feel they are good people and do no wrong. Absolutely. They even talking about that his mama ain't even his mama, that's his auntie. But shit, that's a whole nother topic. That's some crazy stuff. You know, that mama, that when they gave a not guilty verdict for the major charges like RICO and shit like that, his mama, she was seen laughing and smiling. She was just as happy that people was cheering her on. Girl, ain't nobody really cheering for you. They want fucking content. They don't give a damn about Diddy in real life. They don't give a damn about that man unless they idolize him. And like Tisa say, I heard her say, well, he still ain't gonna let you suck him off. I was cracking up. She say, still ain't gonna let you suck him off, nigga. While you doing all that. Say, I agree, Isis. I don't know what's wrong with these ninjas nowadays wanting to control everything. Everything, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's absolutely true. Craziness. So like I say, I'm a little behind with this, but it's never too late because it's something that we definitely need to talk about. And the fact that this happened in real time and we got the actual video footage to go back and reflect on what took place not too long ago. This is a perfect example of what I mean when I talk about matrix men and men who abuse women in plain sight and feel like they could just get away with that shit. This is a perfect example. And still have support. He still got women supporting him. Matter of fact, there's a lady that he was talking to. I'm gonna show her video too. I can't remember this lady name right now. But she got a YouTube channel because I went to her YouTube channel. She was with Ratchet talking mad shit about Tisa, and it's like, we women, like, if we don't stick together, then they think they can do whatever they want to women because women don't stick together. We laugh at each other being abused. That's sick. We question when a woman is experiencing, if she's saying she being abused, why are we questioning whether or not she's really being abused? Or think that she's lying? Or why can't we respectfully respect each other's opinions when we ain't gotta agree on every damn thing? But we're stronger together than apart. So why are you that damn money and influence? That damn money and influence. That's all I'm gonna say. See, you stand for something or fall for anything. Gotta learn to think for ourselves, critically think on shit, investigate things. Stop just taking people word for it. Stop idolizing people. That's number one. Stop idolizing motherfuckers. Everybody got a story to tell. Ain't nobody perfect. Stop idolizing people. We need to have respect for people. We need to be able to respect people as content creators, not have parasocial relationships with them to where it clouds your judgment of who they truly are. They playing in your face. You unknowingly attacking other content creators because your favorite content creator said something about them and they don't fuck with them and don't believe this and they lying about this, because you now have idolized them and you believe everything they say without questioning nothing. Go find yourself. That's what we need as a collective, to go find yourself so that you won't idolize people that you see on screens that are humans just like you. Some of them, because some of them soulless than a motherfucker. They just make it, they just one thing on their mind, and that's money. But yeah, you say you're so right about the money and influence. That's what it is, Colette. And I'm realizing what the more and more I do this content creation thing, I realize that influence trumps the money sometimes. Sometimes just to say that I got everybody over here with me, it's more important, and competition is more important than the money, because the money gonna come. The money gonna come because you got that, you know, you got the influence, then you got people in their pockets giving it to you. You get what I'm saying? Or you got the money coming in these platforms, long as you got the influence. So this is why content creators be at war with each other or create war with each other, because of the power of influence. That's why they do it. Money is the root of all evil. Yeah, if you idolize it, it can also set you free. It just depends on your mindset. Nicole says sometimes sisterhood is disguised as competition. It is. It is a lot of times. So that's where discernment come in at. That's where our discernment kicks in at and lets us know who is safe and who is not, who is being their authentic selves and who is not. You know, that's why we investigate content creators. That's why we watch them enough to say, okay, I resonate with them or I don't. Or I pick up that they're not being 100% honest and they liars. Or, you know, they're trying to control a certain narrative or whatever the case is. We should be able to pick that up just by watching them. And if you can't, go back and get the facts on what they're saying. You know, if they're saying one thing, okay, go do some research. Get the facts. Make sure. Cross-examine them facts. That's the only way we will truly know who is safe and what spaces are safe. Because I have realized that a lot of time with these so-called sisterhoods, it is secret competition. Or them wanting, or them, yeah. Whole lot of that going on. Okay. It's kind of small on the screen. Let me see. What's the date on this video? Hold on. Let me see. Just say it's 11 days ago. So July 7th. This was July 7th, I believe, is the day that all of this took place, I think. Or around that time. But anyway, let's listen to what she had to say about her experience at the Diddy trial.
It was an all-out circus. Everybody, including myself, are running to safety.
I've got a question for you, Tisa Tells, and everyone's going to want to know this. You're in a car right now. You had to leave the courthouse. Why?
I had to leave the courthouse because Diddy's supporters were out of control. The first time I ran and did my live, of course, I had 2 armed security guys. Everyone told me, the people in the courthouse is like, make sure you have security. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. It wasn't just me, but I'll tell you what I experienced. Diddy supporters surrounding me, threatening me, saying that they were going to hurt me. It was a serious situation. It got so bad, and there was so much chaos and violence that they actually had to lock the courtroom down and force the Diddy supporters across the street. It was something myself, the news media, mainstream media, new media have never seen in their lives. The level, and again, the jurors, I hope to God they know how to sleep at night. Because again, I'm sure they did their duty. But when all that chaos was happening, as I was being threatened and ushered out by armed security people, I thought, this is what the jury did. They sent a signal that it is okay to use violence. It's okay to drug people up. It's okay to live a life of debauchery. It's okay to do whatever you want. Because guess what? If you work hard enough and you have enough money and enough delusional fans and you have ingrained yourself in culture enough that you can do whatever you want.
And honestly, Diddy is clear. Look at his hand sign right. I mean, clearly we already know he's definitely in some type of secret.
And enough delusional fans, and you have ingrained yourself in culture enough that you can do whatever you want. And 12 of your peers will look the other way. Again, this jury was shocking.
Tisa Tells, when you say that Sean Combs supporters threatened you, what were they saying?
They were saying, you effing B, we're going to kill you, you effing B. You work for, apparently I work for the feds. You're a plant. You made this all up because of you. Again, they're not too smart. Because of you, that's how this case got started. We're going to treat you worse than we treated Cassie. Cassie, what we do to you.
So how they gonna say that's how mad they is at this lady for having an opinion, a strong opinion, and standing on it. Been standing on it because she got content that go way back. Okay, I ain't went all the way back. I just, like I said, I just watched some recent videos of hers. But that's crazy that to blame her.
Nothing that they had on Cassie. They were screaming, they were yelling. Some people were saying, apologize to Diddy, apologize to Diddy. Of course, thank goodness we had Lenny and we had Jimmy, 2 of the best armed guards out there. So the one thing is they started foaming like wild dogs because they realized that I was not an unprotected woman. And they realized they could not just do what they felt like. And they started foaming like wild dogs, screaming, their voices cracking in anger that they viscerally wanted to rip me apart. This is why their hero had been exonerated. Even in the best of times, these people that support him, there's something wrong with it. And I got to tell you, Nancy, it wasn't just me. It was not just me. It was anybody that didn't have a pro Diddy stance from the beginning. That's who suffered.
Joining me in all-star panel, but I want to thank Tisa Tells for what she.
One thing this trial is showing us is who are the abusers in our society. That is what this is showing us. Anybody that is in total support of Diddy, regardless of how you feel about him personal as a music artist, producer, songwriter, creative, right? Regardless. That does not take away from the fact of who he is at his core. And I think that's the point that a lot of people are missing. Who you are at your core is who you truly are, not who you want people to believe that you are. So this was her on live. I'm not going to play the whole live because it's quite long.
This man, because they know something was.
But I want y'all to see and listen. Okay, as she was doing her live, this is when Ratchet approached her. Okay. And then we're going to go to Ratchet live. And we're going to go to any other angles that we could see that was there as well. Let me make sure this is the right part.
This man, because they know something was
Okay. Now they was already trying to say that Tisa was being rude to the other content creator by the name of I had him on my stream before. What's his name? I think he got a YouTube channel named Ratchet something. Oh, Donette or Donut. Okay. They were trying to say that she had been rude to him at some point too. Where she was talking to Gene Deal and Donut was trying to talk to Gene too at the same time. Whatever, bunch of bullshit, okay? Because she has a relationship with Gene Deal to the point where she could talk to him in a way and he respond. He didn't know Donut or Donut, and it was just a mess behind that too. But again, Donut went viral around that time. This was several weeks ago, and I streamed about it around that time. But then I see a repeat. This has happened. It happened again. And, I'm realizing a lot with these cases, high profile cases. This happens. This happens where the content creators are at each other's necks. Okay. You got maybe a few in here that just focus on the case itself and how any information that directly affects the case itself and the person that is either the victim or the perpetrator or whatever, the person that is found guilty, whatever, okay, the person on trial. But then you got ones that like to spin narratives and create narratives and create narratives to change the perception of certain content creators so that they can influence other people to come and support them as content creators. Okay. I've seen it happen personally with my own experience with doing Nazia's case. Okay. It happened. This is another reason why I wanted to talk about this, because it doesn't have anything to do with being a content creator, because this can happen to anybody. Smear campaigns can happen to anybody. If you're dealing with narcissistic people, this can happen to you in your family dynamic, in your workplace dynamic, in your relationship, wherever. This can happen to anybody. Okay. But I want to talk about this and possibly just bring awareness to this type of abusive behaviors, because we got to call it what it is. It's abuse. Okay. It's abuse. And it is spiritual crimes being committed psychologically and psychically that may not go recognized in the court of law, but that doesn't mean that it isn't illegal what's being done to people. Okay. So I just wanted to make that point. It was something else I was going to say, but it'll probably come back to me soon. I forgot what else I was going to say. But let me find the point where, okay, matter of fact, we're going to go back to where Lovely T had came on, right? Because this, Tisa, I think
being able to
Tisa had her platform, from what I've seen, a couple of times, okay? I've seen her on her platform a couple of times. I don't know too much about Lovely T. I'm focusing solely on this specific incident. Okay. Thank you, Boss T. I haven't read some of the comments. I'm going to go back to it. Let me do it now before we get started. Okay. Okay. As you have said, Diddy supporters are definitely insane. Absolutely. I agree. Nicole is saying, she says, it didn't sit right with her when there were more men on the jury than women. Exactly. And it was also said by Tisa that a lot of the people that were on jury were older. which means their mindset when it comes to women is totally different. They're already desensitized when it comes to women, so they're going to feel like the woman deserved it. Either she deserved it or she was a willing participant in it. Okay, which means that will cloud their judgment when it comes to coercion and force and manipulation and abuse, psychological abuse, things like that. They will overlook that. And then on top of the fact that he's a celebrity that they idolize, possibly. So the jury could be working with Diddy. How will we know any different? We're not in a courtroom. We're just going based off what's being said by these so-called content creators who want to spin their own narratives for the money. Right? Based on my discernment, when I was watching Tisa Tells throughout some of this trial, she was telling the truth when it came to what was happening in a courtroom. And I know that because I have heard other content creators say some of the same things that she was saying, how the jury was acting, what was being said. Like they were identical to the things that they were saying. So I knew where the truth was in all of this chaos. Okay. Boss T, what's up? Boss T says, yeah, Diddy. Hold on. Yeah, Diddy is definitely in a secret society. His big homie is Clive Davis. Absolutely. And we all know Clive Davis is a big dog. He been getting people gone, etc. for a long time. It's somebody even above Clive Davis that's a bigger monster, a bigger beast. Okay? It's a bigger beast that Clive Davis had to answer to. So this is like the tip of the iceberg, barely. Diddy is like the tip of the iceberg to a deep, dark, nasty society of people that exploit women and children, okay, for power and control and influence. Angie says all that he did, he may very well be set free because of his supporters. That could be. That absolutely could be. Yes, yes. Thank you for supporting. Hey, Kuana. I don't think I said hey to you. So I forgot I gotta add a message. I just be buying. Oh no, are you good? Thank you for your support. Says no problem. SDS, the gym for real. Very appreciative of her sharing her energy with us. Thank you kindly. Gratitude to you all. Thank you, Boss T. She says, yes, ma'am, she is. And Nicole says they all have to answer to somebody on top. Exactly. And see, that's another reason why we talk about this too, Nicole. Because what we're saying spiritually is that we can see through the bullshit, okay? And we're going to call it how we see it and how we feel it and seeing beyond the chaos, because they want to keep people distracted. They think people are dumb. They think people don't even have the desire to know the truth. Everybody don't idolize celebrities. Me. Everybody don't idolize this bullshit that they be trying to push in the media. So when more of us speak about it and more of us share our experiences and what we're picking up on it, to me that is getting spiritual and divine justice. This is what I do it for. Because the court of law is not going to give justice in the way that it should be divinely, right? They're not. Because the system is rigged. Hell, the damn judge might be at the free cost for all the fuck we know, right? For all we know. But I will never say that what Cassie experienced and what the other women experienced, they say they experienced it. Clearly, we could see on the videotape what Diddy did. Okay. So at some point, we got to just put our thinking caps on and be like, you know what? Something ain't right here. Something ain't right. So you absolutely right. They all gonna have to answer to somebody. He said, yeah, I think I missed you, I think you missed my first message. It's okay. I was saying, miss you, girl. Oh, yeah, miss you too. Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you. I hope all is well with you too, Kiwana. Yeah, I think I did miss it. I was probably talking. Yeah, she say celebrities are a distraction. Indeed. The real celebrities is us. We the ones with the real star. Okay? They have already sold their souls. They're soulless beings. They are not celebrities. It's a lie. It's an illusion and a distraction. You got a soul, you the celebrity. Okay? You got morals, you the celebrity. Thank you, Miss Sexy Ray, dropping my links in the chat. Boss C say, I feel like Diddy upset somebody higher up. Absolutely. And they making an example out of him. Or putting all this out because he been doing this for years. No consequences because he felt like he was untouchable. Right? He got them white folks behind him, backing him up. Them higher ups. He absolutely felt like he was untouchable. And I do think that he sacrificed his twins. I do. He said, and they probably all his kids probably was at the freak off. That's just my opinion. He said, no, he ain't protected all of a sudden. He said, now all of a sudden. Yeah. Because I think that it really does have something to do with what's happening spiritually. Okay. We are just in that time where these systems, these beast systems, right, are having to be exposed. And if they can put the bulk of it on the low level, the little ones, the little celebrities like Diddy and all his peers, then why not? Then why not? They can always get another celebrity. They can always get another puppet to be an influence to the public, right? They can always get another one. Diddy's so stupid, and just like the rest of the celebrities, they don't realize you disposable. That's why they have to keep doing humiliation rituals and shit like that to try to keep that rank. They got to do what they got to do to keep the rank, to keep that power. They better, because you could be replaced or unalived. Say Diddy thought he was bigger than the program. Shit, he sure did. Diddy thought he was the program. He still think that. Diddy still think that. You say, right, SD, I do feel like a celebrity. It's a soul thing. Absolutely. We are literal stardust. Okay? Don't ever let nobody tell you different. You are a literal star in the flesh. Okay? These motherfuckers ain't got no souls. They ain't got no real stardom. Okay, so let me see. Let's go back here. Let's get back to the video because y'all know I go way, way back, way, way over there. Let me reel it back in this way. Okay. All right. Uh-oh, I got it on mute. Hold up.
Expose someone in dignity. That's what their money and power can actually buy. Okay? And there's a lot of people. Again, at the end of the day, they focus on what they can. A bunch of dusty, men-identified women that patriarchy never worked for, but they're still going to support it because that's the only leg in the game they can. And a bunch of men that's mad that they're broke, mad that they don't get the views. Even people that today, oh, you need to apologize. Are you going to send super chats back? Baby, does it make you that mad? Does it make you that mad that there were so many people that supported victims of sexual abuse? Does it make you that mad that there were so many people that actually did the right thing? At the end of the day, it is not a game. At the end of the game, it is not a game. And now Diddy's people have caused such a commotion that even when they won, even though he might be facing 20 years, they are still calling the boys in blue
even when he won. Again, everybody's looking and they want to see what my opinion is and what I'm going to do. And I still stand 10 toes down. What? Thank you, Sam. It's okay. Listen. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Listen, hey, what's up, girl? Lovely Ty. Can I get? Hold on. Can I get?
You ain't gonna push me away, right?
Listen.
Okay, sure.
Listen. These men.
I ran away from the drama, honey.
Listen, these men are out here. They want to lay hands and feet on me. Thank God I got security.
Yes,
but
she do. She got top flight. She got 1 and 2. She's in a gated cell, honey.
And there's a few in the cut that y'all don't see. So listen, Thank you, baby, for getting me security. I love you.
Aww.
I'm safe. So tell me,
Okay.
what did you feel? This is for everybody who doesn't know. This is the queen of YouTube herself,
Hey, y'all.
Lovely T. Please make sure y'all support and join her Discord. It is top notch. And
She's in the Discord. I didn't even know that.
Yes,
But Tisa's
but
in
you
the
know what?
Discord.
On my burner account. On my burner account. So listen, tell me.
Okay, so what I want y'all to do is just pay attention to their interaction. Okay, really pay attention. Forget the names. Forget who they are on YouTube. Just pay attention to their body language and the things that's being said. Okay, because I pick up on what Tisa is trying to exchange with the ladies that she's standing next to, but she claiming that she don't do drama, she don't do this, she don't do that. Okay.
Tell me, what when you heard the trial, the verdict come out, what did you think and feel?
Okay, I felt like I said before, the RICO was an overreach. I don't believe that there was a RICO. I don't think there was enough. This is not a case of BMF. I don't think he did this and his employees did this under the guise of, they're moving drugs, they're moving weight. Mm-hmm. So I didn't feel like that, but I'm glad he got.
Okay, so as far as the RICO go, and some people feel exactly how she feel. I've heard it multiple times. They didn't see it being a RICO. Like they say, he wasn't a big time drug dealer. Okay, but that doesn't mean that he didn't use his enterprise or other people to smuggle drugs for him and do things under the name of his business, right? Wouldn't that be considered RICO? Or am I missing something?
Charged with something.
Yeah.
And they had the receipts for what they charged him with. And like I said, this is going to...
what is it? I'm going to have to go back to it.
Okay, this is going to shake up the industry. This is going to wake people up to let people know you cannot go around abusing people. You cannot go around taking people's talents, taking their God-given gifts, chewing them up and spitting them out. So this is going to be a wake-up call because this is bigger than Diddy. We are talking about a demonic industry, everything from Hollywood actors, to the modeling industry, the Abercrombie and Fitch folks.
Yes.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yes.
And now hip-hop is getting a taste, okay? And you got to ask yourself.
Y'all see how she's an OG?
Okay, we got to talk about character. Mm-hmm. This is a man that was popular. A lot of people fuck with him. He put a lot of people on. But where are these people today? See, when you get in trouble, you find out who's really there for you. Why was nobody there to support him outside of attention seeker Kanye, who came to promote his song a week later, and who was also, he feel like he's trying to intimidate Jane Doe. But that's just my opinion. Outside of Kanye, who else came up here to support Diddy? Ask yourself that, okay? When I can watch an interview of these grown men, day 26, breaking down, crying, years later,
things have gotten pretty expensive lately, and I need
to put this on mute. Just because a person sounds like they know what they're talking about, it sounds like they're speaking truth. That don't necessarily mean that's the energy that they're operating from. Again, like I said, we're in a time of exposure. We're in the literally astrologically, we're in a time of exposure, and for these systems of that's been going against natural order to fall. Like we're literally in that time. So even when we hear people speaking things that sound like truth and sound like, oh yeah, they know what they're talking about, blah blah blah. Okay, but when you are actually in a position to where you have to stand for what you've been talking about, right? And what you so-called stand for, and you see a person being attacked, then that would mean that you would do what you need to do in that moment as what you've been portraying yourself to be. And I don't feel like that's what this young lady did at the time when she should have done it, when she should have been standing up for Tisa. I don't hear nobody standing up for Tisa yet. Nobody. Did I miss some comments? Hold on, y'all. Okay, I feel like all the kids was there too, because I don't know why go support him and they exposing him for doing some of the sickest stuff like they did, and not he will be on his own. Exactly. I feel like they are not new to any of that information that they heard. Maybe some, but a lot not. You say his sons are being accused of inappropriate behavior. I could believe that. I think I heard about his son Justin. He want to be his daddy so bad. So I wouldn't put that past him. You say, right. You say it's like how the slave master used to get the biggest slave and beat them, right? And shit, to let the others know, stay in like type shit. Right. Even Diddy ain't shit, we made him. Exactly. It's same thing. It's the same tactics. Same tactics. Justin and Christian, she say. Justin and Christian. Okay.
Wasn't just Q crying. All these men were crying. That tells you that something sinister was going on at Bad Boy. Okay? So we're not just going to knock that and throw that out the window. Like, I get everybody's point where they're like, oh, they're trying to take down a black man and this and that. I get that. But at what point are we going to hold our own accountable? We have to be able to hold our own accountable. You just can't treat people any type of way and then think you can get away with it. And the thing is, he knew what he was doing was wrong, because guess what? When he was on the Breakfast Club, he said that he would not allow his twins to date older men. He would not allow. So if you're willing to protect your own daughters, why are you not treating other men's daughters as if they're your own?
He lied.
Why are you out here, pimping out or whatever you're doing to Cassie? And like I said, I give Cassie grace because she was young. He got her when she was young. Jane Doe don't get that much grace. Jane Doe, I'm sorry. I don't agree with Jane Doe. Jane Doe knew what she was doing. She been selling the cat. Let's start there. You know what I mean? But Jane Doe, and I think that's why they ended up not finding her guilty on that one.
Because you think Jane Doe
yes, her testimony.
You think so?
Because and after a while, it was helping,
because everybody knew her lore. On the jury, if they even followed a little bit along or did a quick research. Right. That's an interesting theory.
I think that's why they lost their account books, because of Jane Doe.
But and what about the Cassie one being lost? The sex trafficking on Cassie.
That was interesting. You know what I mean? We can't win them all. You can't win them all.
True.
You have to look at it like that.
True.
I still think that this is still going to set a precedent. Granted it wasn't the RICO, but I think it does. It's going to have to force people to move smarter in this industry. And another thing, let me talk about this real quick.
Go on.
I also want a lot of young girls on social media to understand everything that glitters is not gold. A lot of y'all look at stuff and y'all see these Instagram, personas and their lifestyle and these trips and these bags and these shoes. Okay, understand that they're only showing you a highlight reel.
Yeah.
So I really hope that people take from this case, not just the salaciousness, not just the sexual exports, not just the baby oil, but understand that everything that glitters is not gold.
Yes.
Everybody thought Daphne, you know what I'm saying, like the whatever.
From Scooby-Doo?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying, was doing her thing.
And Velma too.
Yeah.
And Scrappy and
exactly. And now when you
so she had exposed, I think they was trying to say that Tisa exposed who Jane Doe was, okay, because T that's standing next to her made a mistake and said Dorothy or Daphne. She said Daphne. Did y'all catch that? Let me see how far back I need to go. Let me go back a little.
Glitters is not gold. A lot of y'all look at stuff and y'all see these Instagram, personas and their lifestyle and these trips and these bags and these shoes. Okay, understand that they're only showing you a highlight reel.
Yeah.
So I really hope that people take from this case, not just the salaciousness, not just the sexual exploits, not just the baby oil, but understand that everything that glitters is not gold.
Yes.
Everybody thought Daphne, you know what I'm saying, like the whatever.
From Scooby-Doo?
From,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, was doing her thing.
Yeah, see, she said Daphne, so.
And
Velma too.
It's been exposed who Jane Doe was anyway.
Scrappy and
Exactly. And now when you look at it, it's like, damn, that's where all that came from?
Exactly.
That's how you got your bitches?
You see Barbie, Scooby-Doo, Daphne, Velma, Wendy, all of them doing the thing, but it is everything that you see is not gold.
Yes.
Mama, let me just ask you one more question, because you bring up a very, very important point. Diddy has a band of idiots, broke, dusty, ashy, and yes, I'm talking to you, broke, dusty, ashy supporters and dusty, ashy male-identified men, right?
And see, now she gone. She don't do drama, right? Now she out of there. Okay. So keep that in mind. Put that in the back of your head. Okay.
Listen. But listen, I'm gonna hold you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. No problem. Bye-bye. Okay.
But in that moment, I felt like Tisa was trying to get, you know, that she was trying to kind of like connect with Lovely T at that moment. Like, you know, these men, you know, pretty much I felt like she wanted her to back her up in that moment. But she like, oh, no. And then crazy clown come yelling in the background saying whatever the hell he was saying. And now Lovely T like, oh, no, I got to go. I don't do drama. You don't do drama. But that's all y'all post really is drama. So I'm confused as to why she just wanted to back out at that moment instead of giving her the confirmation that I felt like that she was looking for in that moment, or just like, you know, something shit. Hey Coco G show. It's been a minute, girl. You say in front of the camera, celebrities are always going to pretend to be moral, upstanding people, but monsters behind the scenes. Okay, absolutely. Absolutely. And these, even with people who make content, okay, as well. This Diddy trial is showing us how content creators do hold weight, okay? And they have almost a certain level of celebrityism as content creators. Because why? A lot of people watch YouTube. A lot of people watch TikToks. A lot of people are on social platforms. So they absolutely do care. Celebrities care about what is being posted about them and what is being said as well. So they have to pay off certain content creators to push certain narratives or to say certain things. Why you think that they always try to cease and desist motherfuckers all the time so they can shut up and not say certain things or not have an opinion or try to sue? They do it all the time because this is like the news. Okay? Say Lovely T wants to be in close proximity with the celebrities. I can see that. And I can also see how other content creators will pretty much look up to her or idolize her in a sense too, like Ratchet does. Because I think she has about 1 million subscribers. You know, so they see stuff like that and be like, oh, she must hold weight. Oh, she must, you know, like Tisa even giving her respect and her flowers. Like, oh yeah, this is an OG. She know what she doing. Blase. Let me give her flowers, right? Now let's get into the next video. Oh no, we're going to keep going because we got to watch Ratchet come do his ratchet shit.
Okay, so listen, a hit dog will holler. Baby, we summoned them. A hit dog will holler. A hit dog will holler. A hit dog will holler. So listen, let me just tell you something, right? Because this is an interesting point that Lovely T actually point out. All the people with money, power, influences, Diddy's equal. They refuse to come and support this man because they know something was wrong. But there are a million broke, dusty, desperate, bitch ass men out here trying to bully.
Okay, so y'all can hear Ratchet in the background. You can't really hear exactly what he's saying, and that's okay because we are going to get his exact words when I bring up another video. Okay, so if you can't hear him, just be patient. We're gonna get into that. The Coco G Show says, I agree about Jane Doe. She will go back tomorrow. She blew up the case on purpose. Okay. She also said Tisa did expose Jane. She was on the live. Tisa did not expose Jane. We literally just watched that, Coco. It was actually Lovely T who said Jane Doe's name, which is what's her name from you? Like, because she did use the Scooby Doo analogy. I think she caught her right after she said the girl Daphne. That's her name. Okay, but it's already been exposed way before Lovely T said anything. It wasn't Tisa, it was Lovely T who exposed it. Tisa just tried to give an analogy to kind of confuse the people at that point because she didn't want to be the one on her platform to expose it. But honestly, I think Lovely T did that on purpose. Because what y'all gotta know is these motherfuckers play games like that. They do shit like that. All this time, y'all, you know you supposed to say Jane Doe. And then all of a sudden you slip up and say Daphne on Tisa Tell platform, knowing that she already on in the hot seat on YouTube and with Diddy and the family, and knowing that people gonna pick this up, just like you said, she exposed Daphne when she wasn't even the one that exposed Daphne. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't her, it was the other girl. She just tried to cover it up real quick because it's on her platform. This affects her. And clearly people did run with that narrative. Oh, she even exposed Jane Doe. She exposed Jane. She didn't. She didn't. But it was on her platform and she was live. So it wasn't she had no time to go back and edit that out. Lovely T knew exactly what she was doing. That's why she said it and said, oop, make it seem like, oop, it's a mistake. But you wouldn't have said it on your platform. I don't know. If I was Tisa Duds, I would have been like, girl, bye. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling y'all, these content creators play games like that. I've seen it happen with my own experience. They do shit like that. I don't believe that was no goddamn mistake, but let's go ahead.
Women, anybody of note, of merit, of whatever, anybody of note and merit is not out here. But you got dusty people, y'all. So listen, let's get back into what happened with the prosecution, right?
They'll try to act like they cool with you. They'll join your platform. They'll be in your comments. Hey girl, hey, you know, just to do fuck shit like that. Just to record you when you being attacked by a grown ass man. Just to be able to say I was there, or I'm about to put this on my platform. I'm finna get my views up. I'm finna use this as clout to get views. Telling you.
Let's get back into what happened with the
just using the fact that you gotta respect, that you a respectful person. They'll exploit that shit. It's a dog eat dog world on social media.
Let's get what happened into this, right? Let's get what listen, turn it up.
So you see, she trying to distract herself. To me, it's like she trying to stim. Y'all know what stimming is, like when you overstimulated. Now you got to try to, you know, get your nervous system under control, because You say it was a different live. Okay, from the live that I seen, even if she did, the first person that I heard expose who Jane Doe was Tasha K. Tasha K. And then it's not hard to find out who Daphne is. She worked with Diddy for years. If you just go back and look at the pictures and go back and see, go put the times together, right? And go back and look at old footage, old pictures. It's not hard to put two and two together and say it was Daphne. That wasn't hard to do. But the first person that even if Tisa did say it on her platform, okay, Tasha K definitely said it and put her face up there. Okay. What they gonna do? Sue Tisa? What they gonna do? Sue Tasha for figuring out who Daphne was? What they gonna do about that? Nothing. It didn't affect the case. If anything, she made the case worse. Jane Doe made the case worse. Right. And Daphne is 50 Cent baby mama. So it wasn't hard to put. I forgot to say that. It wasn't hard to put that together. You know what I mean? That ain't nothing to try to run with and say, oh, she's a liar, or she's banned from court because she exposed who Jane Doe was and blah blah. Like, it wasn't. That's nothing. But again, these are clout chasers. So these are content creators who are clout chasers. So they will run with anything to make it. They will run with nothing to make it something. You get what I'm saying? All right. Say she recently attended Tiny's 50th birthday party in Atlanta. Interesting. And that would make sense why her and Ratchet close and certain other content creators, they all in cahoots with each other. They all in cahoots. Yeah, you say she shouldn't never have done that. A lot of them do things they should have never have done. Ratchet should have never attacked her in this moment. This is the whole point. I'm not going to this live, okay, it's not to bash Tisa. Let me make that clear. Okay, if you feel a way about Tisa personally, you feel like she's a liar, you support the narrative that's been spit around her, you don't know much about the content, go ahead. I've watched it too, Coco. I watch a lot of her content when I'm subscribed, okay? At this point, I'm subscribed. So when she go live, I see it. Okay, so I watch a lot of her live footage too. Again, I don't care. Let me make that clear, y'all. I don't care if Tisa exposed who Jane Doe was. I don't care. That's not the point of this live. Okay? The point of me even bringing up who Daphne is was because Lovely T just said it on her live. This live is on Tisa's page right now. Lovely T said Daphne's name. That was when I heard it on Tisa's platform. Now, if Tisa slipped up and said it before, she ain't the first person that I heard say Daphne's name. It was actually Tasha K. And like Nicole saying in the comments, Daphne is 50 Cent baby mama. So it ain't hard for nobody to figure out who she was any fucking way. The point of this live is to point out the fact of how Ratchet attacked and abused Tisa in real time over a nigga named Diddy who abused women and children. That's the whole point of this live. Now, if y'all got personal issues with Tisa, you don't like her content, you don't like her stance, you don't like the fact that she stand against Diddy, she want to see that nigga under the jail, that's y'all opinion. I don't care. Respectfully, because we all have our opinions about Diddy. This is not about that, though. This live specifically is not about that. Okay? I want to point out the fact that nobody did nothing to Ratchet as he was attacking her, including Lovely T, who was on her platform, who Tisa spoke highly of, who did absolutely nothing to help her in that moment. Instead, pulled her phone out and recorded her being attacked and abused in real time, and how women need to stick together. That is the point. I'm not here to bash Tisa or go back and forth about it. All due respect, because I'm not mad. I just get passionate. That's all, okay? All due respect. Y'all be like, oh, she mad. No, I'm not mad. I want to make it very clear, okay? We can feel how we feel, all right? Not mad at all. Okay, you say it was a different live. You say she was back at her Airbnb and she said it, okay? You say she got called from her lawyers. She jumped off, okay? She retaped it, cool, okay? Only thing they can do is, at this point, I don't know what type of legal actions they could take, but whatever. Again, that's not the point. You say, Lovely T give me the vibe she will throw a rock and hide her hands. That is it. Nicole is picking up what I'm putting down, honey. That is what I'm saying. Because her vibe on the live, she was coming off very informative, right? Very into the case, very intellectually driven in her response. She know a little something about charges and shit, right? But when that time came for her to really show who she is, she backed out. Oh, I don't want nothing to do with it, but you got your phone out recording as I'm being attacked. How dare you? How dare you? I trusted you. I trusted you. You say, I heard Sherelle and Perry screaming by the third question on live reading. You say, Ratchet is trash. Good Lord. You say, I like Tisa, but she's messed up. You feel like the lady messed up? I don't know, y'all. I guess it's just me. I don't have nothing bad to say about her having an opinion. I don't. I just don't. I'm very opinionated myself. I don't expect everybody to think like me, but I do expect you to think. You get what I'm saying? I expect you to think and have your own thoughts, and we kind of come together with our thoughts. But I don't think she said anything from what I've seen that deserved this type of treatment. Okay? I don't think that anything that Tisa said deserved this type of treatment. Okay? We have to hold space for each other as women to have opinions. Okay? And respectfully agree to disagree. But what I say, she's messed up for how she feel and how she perceived the Diddy trial, absolutely not. We not in a courtroom. We wasn't there. I don't care for Ratchet's opinion about Diddy. I didn't care for Dinette's opinion about Diddy. I didn't care for most of the people, okay? Not just them, most of the content creators who were covering this case. It gave clout chase. It gave, I'm going to say whatever I need to say to go viral. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to go viral. Tisa, to me, was the only one who stuck to the trial. She wasn't doing all that extra shit. She wasn't doing all the pouring of the baby oil. She wasn't trying to, talk to the family and get and ride their deeds just to get a response, just to put it on their shorts on YouTube. I ain't see her doing none of that shit. I felt like she really stuck to the trial. Okay? That's just what I pick up and what I seen and what I watched. You say a prime example. Okay, Kuwana says she was being messy. Something she say she don't like. Okay, you talking about Tisa. You felt like Tisa was being messy with, people call me messy. People call people messy who speak their truth. So I don't want to confuse that with being messy. And sometimes the truth can get messy, shit. But I wouldn't say she was being messy. I wouldn't say that. I would say that Tisa has an opinion and everybody ain't going to agree with it. You say abusers support abusers. They absolutely do. Absolutely do. That go for male and female, because women who support men who are abusing other women are just as abusive as that man. Okay. And those are the ones who are desperate and who will stop at nothing to throw you under the bus and be in competition with you for a man. Okay. Them the ones we don't trust. You say prime example of sisterhood disguised as competition. Absolutely. You say Lovely T was being messy, something she always says she don't like. Right. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. That was my point too, Kuwana. I'm like, how she saying she don't do mess? She don't do drama. But your platform is about mess and drama. Make it make sense. What are you talking about? No, that she probably got a vendetta against Tisa Tells too, like the rest of them. Like the rest of them. Like I said, I haven't heard not one content creator supporting Tisa in no way, shape, or form. They talking mad shit about her together, collectively. Say they laughed at her. They were laughing. They thought it was funny when she was being attacked. But I'm gonna hit that play button in a minute. You say she stood her ground too. She said, I'm happy she didn't let them change her mind. Absolutely, exactly. But Kuwana, I still could feel that she was trying to shift the energy, right? Because as he's attacking her, that's energy going towards her. Abusive ass, demonic ass energy that was being sent to her in real time. She's transmuting that shit, right? That's what we were seeing her doing when she started the dancing and she started, it is what it is. I am who I am. I'm here. You ain't got to look for me. Because I said what I said, I'm going to do what I do. That was her attitude, but that was her shifting that energy, right? Because that was absolutely a psychic attack because he couldn't physically put hands on her. So he had to use his mouth as a weapon to bully her. Absolutely, Coco. To bully her as people and to bully her, to embarrass her, to harass her, to attack her, to abuse her. As people started to gather, it was so many people around. I'm gonna show y'all. It was so many people around, but I'm trying to get through these comments real quick. You say, okay, yeah. You said you want to talk about Tisa. Okay. You say it jeopardizes CC's being in court, content creators being in court. Okay. You say Rat Boy needs to worry about his own CDV, exactly, charges and family domestic cases. He did all that for clout and his true hate for women. Absolutely, old boy. I agree. He's a sucker ass nigga, period. That's exactly what he is. You say, I didn't like Ratchet yelling at Tisa. I still don't know what he said she was yelling about. You say, I still don't know what he said she was yelling about. Sidebar, Tisa be all over the place with her commentary. I think she has ADHD. Now that part, Q, you might be on to something, but I be keeping up. You say she doing well and they hating on her. Absolutely. Absolutely. She do be all over the place sometimes, but I keep up because I know what it's like to have your mind racing 1,000 miles an hour and you trying to get everything out. Shit, I might have ADHD. God damn it. You say they were adults playing bullies. Absolutely. Say, yeah, I haven't heard nobody take up for Tisa because they wanted to fall in line and be followers, and they want to take her down because, again, remember I was saying earlier in the live, it's about influence, and it's about clout. It's about who can get the most views. Okay, so if I go against her and I talk about her and I see how much influence she has and how much love people have for her, then they're going to watch my content if I do the opposite, right? If I talk shit about her, if I put lies out there about her, if I smear her name, they're going to get the views, which ultimately translates into money. They're going about it a very dark and wicked way, a very weak ass way. Okay, a very weak way. They making it a competition when it don't have to be one. You just had your opinion and she got hers. What's the problem? So what else could it be? Why would a person want to attack another person, let alone a man attack a woman like that in public? Because he was jealous and he's envious of her, a woman. He wants to be a woman. That's why. What real man do y'all know finna do some dirty dog shit like that to a woman in public or on his social media platform, dogging her for what? He's jealous. What else could it be? He's a whole female in a male body. Say, show me your friends or the people you keep company with tells who you're. Right. Tells who you are. Absolutely. What if you ain't got no friends? All right. Let me hit play, y'all. We can hear this ratchet shit in the background.
I love this song. Anyway, listen. So listen, Mark Agafilio wanted a mom. Listen, bad. Listen. So anyway, right? Government opposed the application for bail. Listen, she stood up there. Maureen Comey said the person is found guilty with clear and convincing evidence, right? Again, they said it does not matter whether he is a flight risk. We need to look at the seriousness. There is a reason. There is a reason why he is being held in jail, okay? They said that he hired people. He did first labor, right? There was physical abuse, right? He said it was prolific distribution of drugs, which, by the way, Diddy literally actually said yes to. They said that they're going to push for 20 years in jail, the maximum. Now, there is a chance that Diddy could get probation, but with 2 acts of the man back, he is looking at 20 years in jail. He continued, even when he knew he was under federal investigation, he continued with a litany of drugs. He knew he was under scrutiny, right? This is horrible assault, drugs, escorts, freak-off supplies, and it was uncontested by Diddy. They said, given all the evidence, they believe he 100% poses a danger. He is a real risk, and they 100% believe he will continue to commit crimes, okay? They said that literally, beside the fact that he was found not guilty of 3 different crimes, right? He actually 100% is a danger to society. And I just want to actually say, okay? You look at Diddy's supporters. You look at the sheer level of stupidness and ignorance. And this isn't to all. These are the people out here glazing, obviously don't have real jobs. Or maybe they are content creators. You could say that about me, that were literally trying to glaze and see what they could get. Again, hear me out, right? Anybody that was notable, anybody that was respectable, anybody that was anything, they refused to actually be. I'm out in the courthouse. It is pandemonium.
So all this time he out there standing, yelling, screaming, talking about bad boys, bad boys. Listen to what he's saying though. He exposing himself. That's all his wretched ass was doing, was exposing the fact that he's an abuser and he support other abusers. Because what? You say, I'm disappointed in how B sector is the only sector that is cutthroat and we never support each other. We only tear each other down, right? Yeah. You say, I feel a lot of men just have no respect for women. They call us emotional, but they really are. Right. A lot of men don't have not a lick of self-control, let alone emotional intelligence. They call a woman being intuitive and speaking her mind and fully expressing herself being emotional, because they don't know how to process emotions, because they don't do it for them they damn self. You get what I'm saying? They so out of touch with their emotions that they call anybody who has emotions emotional as if it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to be emotional. It's a bad thing to lack self-control. That's what the problem is. You say they don't know how to control their emotions and behave like Reggie did. Exactly. I know you said that. But that's basically what we both saying, right? Coco say they want her numbers. They sure do. They sure do. When she be on live, it'd be like, I think one of the times I was on her live, it was like 13,000 people. 13,000 people on a live. Every live, damn near over 10,000 people. Of course they mad as hell they ain't got that type of pull. When they've been working overtime, creating lies and chaos and false narratives just to get that type of recognition and just to get that type of influence, right? And here you go, Miss Pretty Little Tisa with ADHD, who can't keep who all over the place when she telling her side, when she talking about what her talk is. You get what I'm saying? Here you go, driving in 10K plus people every live. Who is you? Who you think you is? And you against Diddy on top of that? Oh, nah, you pulling in too much. You influencing the people too much, and they mad about it. They are mad about it because if you could control a negative narrative, because a lot of people that watch messy ass shit, they gonna want more mess. So if you coming on your platform speaking actual truth or having an opinion that sounds like the truth, and you influencing people to agree with your perspective, then hell, what am I working with chaos for and destruction and false narrative, lies, and making shit up if I'm still not pulling the same numbers that she pulling? Now they mad and envious, right? Yeah, that's what's going on. You saying he was showing he hate women. Absolutely. And that's why I wouldn't have sat back and watched him attack her like that. He wanted a show. I would have gave his ass a fucking show. Oh, he would still be talking about that show right now. That would have went viral. Cause ain't no way in hell I'm about to sit back and let a nigga talk to a woman like that in front of me. No way. No, absolutely no fucking way. That's just me. Like I said earlier. No, I can do that. No, you can't. No, you cannot. You cannot stand there and harass somebody like that. No, you can't. Where was the police at? It seemed like the police was everywhere all the time. Security everywhere else. She got security guards right there in front of her, but nobody said nothing. I just find that strange. I just find that so strange that they just sat there and watched it. Everybody. Cool. I would have fired my fucking security guards. I need new security guards. She say her man got her this security guard. Well, you would have been getting me some more security guards. I don't want them no more. They ain't shit. You say, Kawana, you haven't been looking. You haven't been looking, girl. There's a lot of content creators going off and siding with Tisa. Okay, I personally haven't heard it either. Beautiful and blessed. I personally haven't heard it. Maybe I ain't looked hard enough or at all. But, on my news feed, I just haven't seen it. So I definitely felt the need to talk about this. You say you also sick of them saying Tisa isn't black. Yeah, that's crazy. You say I'm froze in this live still going on. Oh. Am I froze, y'all? I'm good. You say SD, what was the name of the movie you suggested we watched last night? The movie was called The Giver. The Giver. Somebody put that in the chat, please. The Giver. The Giver. You say you can't see nothing, only the chat. You say, I'm sorry, off subject, but SD, will you be going to courthouse for Nasiah trial? Honestly, I don't know. I honestly do not know. If I can, I will. If I can, I will. Say, oh, okay, beautiful and blessed everybody I see saying something, they're bashing her. I don't think that's cool because she's entitled to her opinion. Q says, I know you got little ones, but I was just wondering, yeah, that would be an issue too. Maybe not. If I could work around it, we'll see. You say, I guess I need to go out and come back. Definitely do that, Mary. Old boy says, Rat Boy got a court date coming up. If he ever died on a big platform, it's over for him. Look, and they be all up in Wretched business. They be all up in his business. He say, what is Wretched saying she lying about though? Q, he still haven't made it clear that she was lying. You'll hear it when we go into the other sector of this live where we see it from his point of view. You will hear what he's saying that Tisa lied about. Okay, but let's get through this part. Let me see. You say that was weird. You say yes, The Giver. That's the movie, The Giver. Yeah. Y'all gotta let me know when y'all watch it so we can talk about it. The Giver movie. You say all he do is lie. Yeah, I can say Alexis wearing Mo. Because he said he's a troll. He said out his own mouth that he know he a troll. You say, SD, we also need to discuss the elephant in the room, the slut shaming. You say, so like Diddy can be unfaithful with multiple women, but the only thing anyone will remember is Cassie and Jane were the whores. Absolutely. You know, men, a lot of patriarchal minded men feel like women can't do what Diddy's doing without being called a slut or slut shaming. You're absolutely right. As if women are not entitled to do what they want with their bodies. You're welcome. Yep. You say screaming about her wig. Damn. Oh, yes. See, we got to get into it. Oh, boy. We got to get into it.
I would have showed y'all what was going on, but I didn't want to give the Glazers any content, any whatever. So I said, I'm going to keep the camera on myself because that's what y'all came to see. But it's pandemonium out here. My point of the matter is, right, and it's about 85 degrees and humid. And I got this jacket on, baby.
She called him a Glazer.
For y'all. I want to give a thank you for everybody that gave a super chat and supported. But again, the level of ignorance that people are really trying to act like the federal government and numerous victims didn't come forward. The fact that people are trying to act like there was no basis for this, the fact that people are trying to act like this was a social media campaign that went too far, the fact that people don't care about the abuse, they don't care about the victims, they don't care because, and this is why the world looks like the way it was, as long as a rich man has money, then you can get anything.
Right.
And you can even get grown men to come out here and try to fight.
Thank you, Coco.
Out here reporting the truth. Again, I will say this to anybody saying, how do you feel? I 100% still believe the victims. I believe that this was a miscarriage of justice. I do believe.
Do you know what's really fun?
I think he was out there harassing her for quite some time. Let me see.
After what we heard lovely T say, and a lot of,
but I just got to show it from Tisa's perspective first, so that then we can go and see everybody else's angle. Okay,
people, that this actually moved the needle forward. This moved the needle forward for people that are victims of essay for people's art. I feel, and my heart breaks for the people that came and testified. Was Jane the best witness? I don't know. But I'm actually really shocked that they didn't even find that with Cassie, that they told them that it was okay for them, right? Listen. Again, I will say this. I am scared for anyone who testified against them, because Diddy is very, very vindictive. And I'm scared for the people that testified against them. Listen, and again, baby, thank you. Listen, again, we saw this with Drew Dixon. We saw this with so many people from the Me Too. We saw this even with the Harvey Weinstein. The way that there are people, power is set up, that there are people that will, listen, that there are people emboldened, because not even that they have power, because they want to protect that structure, because they think one day they'll have an opportunity to literally destroy people, to hurt people, to not do anything. You guys, don't worry, I'm 100% safe. Shout out to my baby. Thank you. Listen, I'm 100% safe. Don't worry about it, okay? But I do want to say that, let's look at who the jurors are, because I do want to talk about that, right? Let's look at who the jurors actually are, and who were the jurors, and what they actually told us, okay? Where are the jurors? We have information on the Diddy 12 that set this man free. And who would have thought that the holdout, right? Who would have thought the holdout was the best thing ever? So what do we have with the jurors, right? What do we have with the jurors, right? Here's when it goes. They said, here's what we know about the jurors. Juror number 2 is a 69-year-old man who works as a massage therapist in Manhattan. He has a Bachelor of Fine Arts in acting from New York University. Juror 5 is a 31-year-old man who works as an investment analyst. His hobbies include golf, tennis, video games, and he described himself as an active churchgoer. Juror number 25 is a 51-year-old man who works as a scientist and lives in Manhattan with his domestic partner. Juror number 28 is a 30-year-old woman who lives in the Bronx with her mother and brother. She works as a deli clerk at a grocery store. Juror number 55 is a 42-year-old woman who lives in Manhattan with her fiance. She works at a nursing home and said she is not a fan of news. Juror number 75 is a 68-year-old man who's retired and previously worked in finance. He lives in Westchester County with his wife and said he listens to old Indian music and likes to play cricket and volleyball. Juror number 116. He was a 68-year-old man who lives in Westchester County with his wife and kids. He's a retired lineman. Juror 160 is a 43-year-old woman who is a physician's assistant and works with elderly patients. She lives in Westchester with her husband and kids. Juror number 184 is a 39-year-old man who lives in the Bronx with his brother. He's a social work program supervisor and a part-time security guard who has a master's degree in social work. Juror 201 is a 67-year-old man who has 2 adult children and works as a logistics and analysis.
So far, I only heard 3 women.
County. Juror number 217 is a 74-year-old woman who works as a treatment coordinator and has a bachelor's degree in sociology. She lives alone in Manhattan and she does not have children. Juror number 230 is a 57-year-old man who works as a manufacturing architect and has a master's degree in mechanical engineering. He lives with his wife. I'm good. I'm cool. He lives with his wife and kids in Westchester County. This juror started as an alternate and replaced the juror who actually left. They replaced the juror who actually left. You guys, listen. At the end of the day, Diddy supporters are idiots. The male-identified women are, in fact, idiots. But more... Great first day, huh? But at the end of the day, here's what I do. Everybody wants my comment. I don't know what everybody expected. Did you think I was going to come with my head bowed? Did you think I was going to cry? No, we are in this for the long haul. The victims did not get justice. There's a chance that he could do 20 years in jail. There's a fact he could get 5 or 6. We actually really don't know. The whole point of the matter is I stand with the victims. I don't regret a thing I said. I don't regret a thing I did. I don't need a man's money, fame, popularity, wealth. I don't need the clout. I don't need the clicks. I don't need the views. I came here and I spoke the truth, and that resonated with all of y'all on what listen, I literally listen, I literally, again, I get this as a story for everybody. I get that everybody wants to, I get this as a story for everybody. I get that everybody wants to, and I get it.
These they said he got world wars. That wretched character. Say he say his breath stank.
Because this was a story for me, but I was here and I stand here once again
he was
for the victims of abuse, for the victims of SA, for the people. I don't need a click. I don't need a view. I don't need $1. I don't need clout. I don't need fame. I don't need to be invited to a party. I don't need to be on any show. I don't need to be on any headline. I need to sit here on YouTube and speak my truth. And I don't care how many people fall prey to power. I don't care how many people kiss up and lick the feet of the tyranny of evil men. I don't care. I will always stand here on the side of the righteous, on the side of the victim, on the side of the abused, and on the side of justice. And even when a jury who I think did not get justice, did not get it right, I still stand here because like Lovely T said, this is the beginning. This is the beginning, okay? This is the beginning. Hopefully this is the beginning. But you see, even from the Diddy thing, about how many people that don't even have access to money and power, but they hope, they wish, they pray, right? How many people will do whatever they can just to uphold power? And that's why we have the power structures. That's how slavery, that's how racism, that's how, there's so much stuff going on that you even now see people licking the boots of power. But thank God there is YouTube, and we don't need to cower. We don't need to be afraid. We can speak our truth. And no matter what anybody says, that truth will remain unchanged. It will remain unchanged, and it will not come with tears. It won't, even though y'all know I'm a big crybaby. It will not come with regret. It will not come with, oh, maybe. And it won't come with MF and apologies. I stand with what I said. And I still stand. This was a miscarriage of justice. I hope the prosecution does appeal. But if they don't, I hope that that sentence is aggravated for the Mann Act, because there must be some accountability. And I am sickened. I am disgusted at the people that will stand with clear evil. You would never want that for yourself. You would not want that for your children. You would never want that for the people you love. But for everybody else, it's fine. For everybody else, it's fine, right? Because it is a key, it is a story, it is whatever. You guys, listen, when I say I feel like I've been to war, I sat out here while I was surrounded with men wanting to fight me, trying to fight me. But it is a new day. I will not bow down. I will not stop. And I will never apologize for standing on the right side. And no matter how many people will find selling their souls for obviously judging by the way their dusty ass attitude is for nothing, that will never be me. The only thing I need to do is be right with myself and know that when I go to sleep, I did my best to make the world a better place. I did my best to make sure that people, I did my best to fight against ignorance, saying as if we made up these accusations, as if we brought this to the federal government, as if this wasn't. Let me tell you something. And this is what everybody forgets. You saw the interviews with Dawn. You saw Aubrey. You saw Day 26. You saw Gina's interview. You saw Misa Hilton Brim saying everybody knows something's wrong with you. Everybody knows something's wrong with them. You saw all these people go in. You knew, like Lovely T said, everybody knows there's something insidious going on. Everybody knows the mob types. Everybody knows the whispers. Everybody knows what. Everybody knows.
Hold on, y'all. Because I wonder if I think he might have attacked. He might have came at her before she was talking to Lovely T.
If you want to get your name, phone number, and
the arson, the robbery, everything that actually happened. And they said it didn't matter. They said those women's pain didn't matter. They said their bodies didn't matter. They said it didn't matter. And there are a bunch of idiots that literally are celebrating depravity. They're celebrating that you can use people as party favors. They're celebrating they can get away. And I get it. I see why Diddy and his family are celebrating. They want to get their money back. They want to get their lives back. But these bottom lickers that are celebrating, what's going on with that? What is going on with that? Again, I'm not going to even, I am so disappointed.
I don't know why I feel
not
like
just in the jury, but in the people. I didn't bring those charges. I stand here about anything except their proximity to advocating for victims. This is a loss for all and support our client who showed exemplary courage throughout this.
Well, we get the point, right?
To make
we get
sure
the point here
in life, right?
Because I feel like it was longer,
but it's okay. Again, Diddy looks like he will get some jail time. I don't think it's a fraction of what
I might. Okay, so let me go to Ratchet
and Shanquilla Robinson.
Okay, so they love to say that shit. She hate black men just because what? Because she want justice for the victims? That is crazy. Okay, so let me go back a little, right? To the point where, okay.
CHET TV.
Greg Mills.
Yeah.
Nice
Message,
to meet you,
bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Message me, bro. We're gonna get together.
Hey, listen. Would you out of here after this?
No, I'm staying for the rest of the week.
Bro, I think some of the people who've been down here should go sit somewhere in the panel and talk about this shit from different.
Okay, so this part is right before Ratchet is questioning people, asking where Tisa was at. Okay. Coco says from day one, he did come on her live and played nice just for clout. Talking about Ratchet. He say then day two, I saw him talking to Donut on live and they started bashing Tisa. Right, because they got to link up because they the weakest links. Say Donut has been reporting Tisa to the feds. That's some hater shit. You say Donut hates black women. Apparently Ratchet do too. Birds of a feather. Say, I don't care. I'm actually a tattletale member for a year. Go. You doing all that talking to me. Well, actually, I'm a tattletale, so look, we support Tisa. I support Tisa, okay? Until she give me a reason not to. But based off what I've seen, like I said, she don't give me the vibe that that's somebody I need to be side-eyeing. Actually, I'm side-eyeing everybody else that she had on her channel at this point.
Let's put it together.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, okay, cool. All right,
talk to you tonight. All right. Man. What'd I tell you?
No, tattletales, y'all, for those that don't know, that's what Tisa called her members, tattletales.
Wasn't that right? All right, yeah, okay.
Both men act charges.
Yeah, both men, but he only gonna do 4 years. 4 to 7. 4 to 7 years.
Look at him going around like, ooh, my idol only gonna get 4 to 7 years. 4 to 7 years. He going around telling everybody that good news, right?
But he gonna appeal it. He might come home today.
The judge's discretion.
He might come home today. He delusional.
He's gonna appeal it.
He's talking like that's his man.
Y'all see the atmosphere out here? How y'all think everybody feeling right now? What is the atmosphere looking like to y'all right now? Look at it, y'all. Everybody out here now. It's a party in New York City today, baby. Excuse me, brother. It's a party in New York City, y'all. It's a party in New York City.
I think he want to be at the freak off. That other content creator already said he want to go see what a freak off, like the one who was getting that baby oil poured on him. He already said he want to go to a freak off. So yeah, I wouldn't put it past none of their asses that they want Diddy to come out so they can go to the freak off and get all the clout that they need. And I guess they think Diddy gonna what? Pay them off for what? Supporting him while he was while he was on trial. Diddy don't give a damn about them people.
Anybody seen Tisa Telling Lies?
This one right here. This the one. This the one. Somebody put his name in the chat earlier, but this is the one. I forgot his name, but who was having the baby oil poured on him outside this same day. Okay, when they got the verdict for Diddy not guilty and all that blah blah blah. He was outside with baby oil.
I have not seen her.
She down there? Lying. Let's go see. Lying.
So he asking people, where Tisa? Where Tisa?
Who?
Where's she at? Lying. On your novel. That's what he said. Where's she at? Lying.
Oh, let's see. Hold on. We got Team Love. Free Puff. Let's go. Man.
Right, I'm gonna get into that too, oh boy, because the same lady that he was with, they got the light brown eyes, that was with Ratchet when he was going to attack Tisa. She was one of the ones that was totally against Diddy. And then all of a sudden, you on Diddy's side, because you thought he was finna get out. You thought that you was finna be at that fucking freak off. Oh, and she claims she's supposed to be so damn spiritual. She ain't shit either. And like Tisa was saying, these be a bunch of misogynistic, patriarchal-minded women as well. Okay?
Sheesh.
Oh, Armand. Okay, yeah, that was his name, Armand Wiggins.
Let's go down here, gang. Let's walk down here. Oh, I'm feeling wonderful, y'all.
She said this is a big issue in our community where it's okay for our men to run amok and cause generational trauma in a family. I'll never understand that behavior. And Coco says, I believe they had too many male jurors and they should have put more white females, 30, 40s. I say that because the response of Black women 20 to 60 was to slut shame. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, there she go. Yep. There she go. Y'all know I gotta get loud while she on live. Free Puff!
Look at his weird ass.
Free Puff! They lied to y'all, man. They lied to y'all. Everybody lied to y'all. They lied to y'all.
Look, who lied?
They lied. They tried to control the narrative.
Oh my goodness, that was Armand. Armand that said who lied, y'all. You see how they be working together? See, that's that shit I be talking about. That is that shit. He's talking who lied with his phone recording. Who lied? They all jealous of her. That proved it right there.
Control the narrative with the media, and they lied. Diddy is coming home. They lied to y'all. Puff is coming home. They lied to y'all. Tisa Tells, tell him how you lied to him about the prosecution. You lied to him. Let's tell the truth. Tell him the truth.
Yeah, he want his back blown out.
What happened to the Rico? Tisa telling lies.
This nigga here.
Tisa telling lies.
Crazy.
Tisa is telling lies. Let's go. Tisa telling lies. I said it. Ratchet TV said it. Let these motherfuckers lie to y'all. Now y'all got me pissed off out here.
You pissed off because you ain't
Free Puff.
Let me shut up.
Oh, y'all thought I wasn't gonna do it? Y'all thought I wasn't gonna do it? Oh, y'all just missed it. Y'all just missed it. I just called her ass out right there on live.
Look at him. Now he got to go back. Now he got to go back and let everybody know what he doing, right? Now he got to go back and get his entourage because they got to link up, right? They got to link up and get everybody in on this ambush that he get ready to initiate. That's what's really going on. This motherfucker is a weird ass, lame ass, supposed to be grown ass man, but he act like a bi. He acts straight up like a bitch. You say motherfucker out there looking like a hallway janitor talking about he got. Look, we finna get into it, oh boy, because I was like, I knew this motherfucker was lame, but goddamn, look, he does look like a fucking janitor.
What you said? But she's a liar. She's a liar. You lied.
Well, she was pissed.
You lied to everybody.
They trying to get under this lady's skin so bad.
And you're a fucking liar, telling the truth.
Yeah. She built her foundation
yep.
on this shit.
Yeah.
Yep, Nicole.
Yeah.
And you just missed it. I just called her out.
You called
it's
her out?
Totally disrespectful.
Oh my God, Ratchet, you did not call out Tisa Tells.
I'll go do it again. Come on. I'll do it again.
It's like, oh my God, Ratchet, you did not call out Tisa Tells. They just y'all gotta catch the play. This was all orchestrated on purpose. They planned this with their weak asses and still failed because all she did is owned up to what they said. They say she working with the feds. She made a joke about it on her platform. She made a whole joke about it. Now she owning that shit. Yeah, it's Tisa Tells to work with the feds. How y'all do it? Like, what? Nothing they're doing is working. So I don't understand why they're working overtime. But apply this to your real life, right? Because you got motherfuckers in your real life that'll do some shit like what they're doing to try to tear you down, to silence you, and take your power. Fuck that.
Do it again.
Stand up for what you know is right.
Do it again. She gotta stand on 10. She gotta hear this. She gotta hear it. She needs to feel this shit.
She need to
she
feel
gotta
it.
Feel it.
Wow.
She gotta feel it. She gotta feel this shit. Tisa gotta feel this. You lied to everybody. You lied to everybody. Shame you. I rebuke you, you devil. You lied on all these black men. You lied on the black man. You lied on a black man for your platform to gain more followers and money.
No, that's what
you lied
doing.
To your whole platform to gain money. You lied to everybody to gain money.
He projected like a motherfucker. Are you going to give your
subscribers their money back for the lies you told? Are you going to give your subscribers their money back for the lies you told?
Your subscriber. What you mad about? Worry about her money.
You're the mad one. We want broke. Me broke? You think I'm broke? I got more money than you.
Oh.
Now they not gonna touch me. You motherfuckers better not put a finger on me up in this motherfucker. You ain't gonna put a finger on me. I'm not touching nobody. I'm not in harm of nobody. I'm not even within 6 feet of you. You're a liar. You are a liar, Tisa. You are a liar, Tisa. Tisa Tells is a liar. She lied to everybody, and she's working for the prosecution, and she was paid by the prosecution. She's a federal informant, and she was paid by the prosecution to tell lies on social media. That's why they got a special little spot for her right here in front of the court building.
Look, he mad she got a spot in front of the court building. He mad she got security. He mad about her wig. He mad she pretty. He mad that she reporting better than he is. He mad that she have a fucking popping ass YouTube channel, more influence than he got, making TV appearances and shit, connecting with people that has more influence than she has, and he mad about it. Like, just tell that.
Because she's a fucking liar.
Oh, my God.
Tisa telling lies.
Tisa
telling lies.
He wanna be between the sheets with Diddy.
You don't wear the same wig for 8 weeks. We don't give a damn about that. You don't wear the same goddamn wig for 8 weeks. We don't care about that shit.
Worry about her wig. So you a whole ass man, and she want to wear that wig for the next 10 years. What the fuck that got to do with you? You a whole man. You was a whole man.
Ain't doing no trip, calling me broke. You gained your momentum off the Diddy case and the lies you told. You gained your momentum off the lies you told on P. Diddy. Now go back and apologize to Puff family for lying. And Shanquilla Robinson. She hate black people. She don't like black people. Knowing she date white boys. Knowing she do. No offense to nobody white. No offense. What did I miss? She's a liar. She's a liar. Tell your subscribers how you lied. Please tell your subscribers how you lied to them. Please and thank you. Tell your subscribers how much you lied to them. You're going to lose your whole platform with all them lies. She going to lose her whole platform on mine. Whole platform gone off them damn lies you told. No, we ain't harassing no woman. You the woman who was up here doing all that goddamn lying. You got to be held accountable like Cassie just got held accountable for the lies she told. You ain't no different from Cassie. You ain't no different from Cassie. You another Cassie Ventura. I had to do it, Armand.
You had to do that?
I had to do it, brother.
It was eating that shit.
It was eating. Now, if a nigga was out here doing all that lying, I'd be doing the same thing to him. Who else was lying? Point me in the direction of another liar, and I do the same thing.
Nigga, you.
She's sweating over there because she knows she did all that goddamn lying. Gonna call me, bro. Girl, I got more money in my bank account than you. Stop playing with me.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Tisa making her coin.
She made her money.
Tisa making her coin.
She making a coin. You seen my bread too.
Oh, you in competition with Tisa.
Broke. Hey, chat.
Tisa making her coin too.
To show her how broke I am. Drop them super chats to show her how broke I am. With her lying ass.
Wow, he's telling them
with
people.
Your lying.
He's so manipulative. Gonna tell his people to drop them super chats and tell her, let's see how broke I am.
You a motherfucking liar, Tisa. Ratchet TV, the Hood's journey.
That lady right here, y'all. That's standing next to him with all black on. Okay, she had a whole lot to say about Tisa too.
You a motherfucking liar,
not
Tisa.
Her.
Apologize to P. Diddy.
I gotta
family.
Pause it at the right part.
Apologize. That's all we want is an apology.
And y'all keep in mind, Lovely T was in the mix too. You just can't see her, but it's another video that I seen where you can clearly see that she have her phone up and she was recording right there next to Ratchet.
For lying on P. Diddy? Where's the RICO you promised? I thought you had inside information from the courts. Where's the inside information? She lied. She said she did. Am I lying? Am I making it up?
Yeah, you making it up.
Am I making it up? She said she had all this inside information. She lied. She's a liar. With that dry ass wig on that you've been wearing for the last 8 weeks. Talking about I'm broke. Go get a new goddamn wig.
Oh my God.
Don't call me broke. Who the fuck you talking to?
See, that's Lovely T right there.
I'm going off on Tisa.
Right now,
she's a fucking liar.
The lady right here in a all black holding her phone up, with the hair wrap, right? Coco G. She got a YouTube channel too where she was keeping up with the DK. So it was a bunch of content creators circling Tisa.
And they're gonna tell her security, get him out of the way, handle him. Bitch, I want them to put their goddamn hands on me.
Here comes Lovely T.
We're gonna be peaceful YouTubers, you guys. No drama.
Right. Messy ass. Just coming in there.
You are not that important.
And all kind of stuff.
She's a federal.
Trying to act surprised. Look her phone out. Playing. That's that bullshit. That is that bullshit. They all trying to take Tisa down as they all want her place. But Lovely T, which is weird as fuck, because you got 1 million subscribers. You already got more than what she got. Why would you want to even entertain some bullshit like this and you claim that you're not messy or not necessarily messy? What did she say? She said, I don't do the drama, right? But you see how she coming in all fake and phony and shit. Oh, where's the mask? Huh? Oh. Let me pull my phone out and record this messy shit that I don't want nothing to do with. Yeah.
Foreman. She's a YouTuber that's working for the feds. She's a YouTuber working for the federal government and paid by the prosecution. Paid by the prosecution. Paid by the prosecution.
Fucking goofy. That shit
She's been
pissing me
paid
off.
by the prosecution.
All over again.
And she don't like black men at all.
This lady right here, y'all. This lady.
She called me a broke dude, a broke N-word. Is what she called me. And she wanted to put a hard ER on it.
Yeah, she definitely did.
She damn near put an ER on the end of that motherfucker when she called me. You broke. You brokey. You're brokey.
Right, Nicole.
Girl, you done wore the same outfit 18 times in 8 months. But call me broke. Stop playing with me. We can go bank statement for bank statement around this bitch.
Wow.
You know what? New media's in the house.
New media wins. New media wins. We on top now, baby.
He is
We
lame.
on top now, baby. Let's go. I'm gonna be on everybody's news platform tonight, y'all.
Look at him. He's trying to go viral. He doing all that. He like he say he a fucking troll. He doing what trolls do.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on everybody's platform. But look at how many people just witnessed that shit. Look at it. Let's go.
And he know he dead ass wrong. And he know what he's saying is not true. He know it. He don't care though. He just want to go viral. And he knows talking about her is gonna get him that traction.
Telling lies.
Yeah.
Because she lied, Nick. Nick, did she lie?
Oh, that was Neek. Okay. This is Neek at Night here. Like I said, these are big time so-called creators, right? They ain't the only big time creators on YouTube, but these are the ones in the Black community specifically, because these are all big time and creators in the Black community, okay, that a lot of people know. Neek at Night, she's very popular. Lovely T, Ratchet, Armand, do not, him too. They all very popular. Tisa, okay. And they all think it's funny of what he's doing. Ain't shit funny about what he doing.
She lied, Nick. She lied, Nick. She's a liar. At least you get to keep your platform. Wow. She's cooked. She done. That girl finna lose everything.
Oh, right. Oh, and he was pushing a narrative. Ratchet was pushing the narrative that Tisa was going to get her platform taken down. Oh, she done. Her platform getting taken down. Yeah, because you're intimidated by who she is and the influence that she got. So he wants to stop her shit. Right? He want to stop her. He is such a lame.
You better enjoy them goddamn coins you stole from all them people. You better enjoy all them super chats you stole from them people. It's over. It's over. Your time is up. It's over.
Right.
Ratchet TV is the new king.
Wow.
Tisa telling lies. Tisa telling lies.
That's her name.
Tisa telling lies. I'm done. That's all I want to get out. I had to get that off my chest. I've been wanting to say that shit. I had to get that off my chest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she lies. Everybody type that in the chat. Tisa telling lies. Everybody type that in the chat. Tisa telling lies, and they wasn't gonna break up nothing. They heard the whole thing. Yeah, I wasn't being violent. I'm just speaking. I have a freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want to. Somebody remove him with his broke ass. Girl, if you don't shut your broke ass up, talking to me with that same stiff, dry ass wig on you've been wearing for 8 weeks. You've been wearing that same wig for 8 weeks over there talking shit.
Wait, did somebody lose their channel for real? Coco? You say Donette got his, he lost his channel. Be careful of how you treat someone. Child, somebody that lost their channel for real.
Did you ain't go over there and see that shit?
Who lost their channel? Oh, you saying Donut got his. He lost his channel. Well, I'll be damned.
I just went off on Tisa over there. Everybody over there. Armand and all them over there. Nick and Night and all them. Yeah, I had to let her know.
He's a bunch of wicked,
everybody type
demonic
in my chat,
motherfuckers.
Tisa telling lies. Tisa telling lies. With her lying ass.
Oh, wow.
With her lying ass. Yeah, y'all was over here listening to Tisa telling lies. Y'all was over here listening to Tisa telling lies. Tisa just telling lies. That girl back there just went off on her ass.
But she's a government. She can't
Yeah, thank you. She's a government plant. She was planted here by the federal government and the prosecution team to spin the narrative in the media.
Again, y'all, he projecting. He's saying exactly what he's been paid to do. I truly believe that that's exactly what's going on. These people were paid to spin the narrative and keep people away from the truth. I think Tisa was the closest to the actual truth, regardless if she put opinions in there. Maybe her opinions was close to the actual truth and exposing these secret societies that Diddy is definitely a part of, him and his family, right? I think that she might have been the one that was close to it. You say he doing all that cussing.
She over there. I just went off on her ass over there. Hell yeah. Everybody over there because I just went off on her. She gonna tell her security, remove him.
On the timer, y'all.
Put their goddamn hands on me. Put your motherfucking hands on me and watch what happens. Them niggas ain't walking nowhere near towards me. Talking about remove him. Girl, you better shut your broke ass up. Remove him. Talking about remove me. Who gonna remove me? Who was gonna remove me, Armand? Talking about remove him.
And then it's like, you talking about a whole woman, right? I would have loved to see him do some shit like that with a nigga that was gonna rock and roll with his ass. I would have loved to see that. A man that's doing all of this talking, nigga, you ain't got nothing to back up behind that mouth. He ain't got what man finna be doing all of that. So damn weak. I cannot with these beta males. I just can't. Kawana say that lame ass nigga bragging about what he did. Like he really just faced right. Tisa, she ain't stunned his lame ass. I believe he was paid too because he was trying to put it on. But right, projecting. Exactly. He telling us who he is and what he doing.
Man. Tisa telling lies.
$22.
Yeah, everybody mad out here. You done told all these goddamn lies to these people. You done told all these lies to these good people out here and stole all these good folks' money, lying to them, and they were eating that shit up. I just gained 300 subscribers from doing that. Look. Can I get some subscribers? Can I get my 190,000? I'm almost at 190.
He said he just gained 300 subscribers for harassing Tisa. This is what I'm saying. No morals, like no integrity. I don't want people following me that's only gonna follow me because I'm attacking somebody that they don't like. Or that's quick to unsubscribe from my channel because I'm talking about somebody that they idolize. I don't want them type of followers or people. I don't want to gain no subscribers that way. That's gonna unsubscribe or subscribe when they feel like, oh yeah, they saying something that I would agree to. So I'm a because I hate that other subscriber. That's lame. That same shit happened to me, y'all, with the Naziah Harris case. Soon as I got to pop in my shit, motherfuckers want to unsubscribe and all of that. Y'all was never here to support me in the first place. I want people that actually support me and my movement as critical fucking thinkers and people that can think for themselves, real people with substance. That is so lame. Y'all got to, if y'all doing that, I wish you stop, okay? Let me see. I think I missed a comment, y'all. That is lame. You say never will happen. He's scary as fuck. A whole bunch of feminine energy. Look. Toxic feminine he is. Yep, $22 per hour is the okay. So they was making $22 an hour for wearing those free Diddy t-shirts, y'all. So just imagine what they was giving content creators to push narratives, to harass, to stalk, to spin narratives, right? He ain't just do that for the hell of it. He did that because he knew he was gonna gain subscribers, like he said. That people was gonna start believing him because people don't do their due diligence to go check out every aspect of a storyline, right? Like me, I went and checked out Tisa, him, and everybody else and got different angles of this situation to make sure that I got the truth. Okay. But a lot of people ain't gonna do that. They just gonna believe who they already idolize as truth, right? They gonna believe it. We ain't doing that. We not gonna do that. Kuwana also said, she said, like, let it go already. His whole life was about Tisa because he needed that clout. He needed that clout. He's lame. Wouldn't dare step to a man. Absolutely not. Get his shit rocked immediately. Okay. He knows that. Matter of fact, I was a guy told me that most times men already know what's up. They know when a nigga that they can play with and one that they can't play with. You know what I'm saying? So he did that because he felt like Tisa is a woman, she's weak, and he can attack her. Most men know they can't try other men like that without getting their shit rocked. He know that. He didn't prove nothing but how much of a hoe ass nigga he is by attacking a woman. That's it. You said right, they was hating on hating on me. But it's all good because I'ma always stand my ground. I'ma always stand in my truth. And if you don't like it, then and if it make you so mad to the point where you gotta unsubscribe and you want to walk away, you ain't never support me in the first place. Get your fake ass on. Get your fake ass on, because we should be able to have opinions and agree to disagree and be adults, right? But if you don't resonate with me for real, then you really didn't support me in the first place. I don't need them type of people. Okay. Yeah. You say he has a chat full of bots. I could believe that. I could believe that. You say he needed he needed real subs. And you know what? That's how I looked at it too. When people unsubscribed to my channel because they was mad at, for whatever fucking reason, the narratives that was being spent about me around that time. That was probably bots that had followed me too. That's how I looked at it. Like, oh, that was fucking bots. So he probably is got a bunch of bots in his channel. He probably the one. He probably the bots. Wretched TV, probably his own bots in his own chat. I wouldn't put it past his weird, crazy, delusional ass. Fantastic. She say, hey. She say, I'm still here, SD Bookie. Hey, Bookie Boo. She say, ain't going nowhere. I appreciate y'all. I see the ones who still here, and I see the ones who left, who was here and left. I see them too. Yeah. I know. I see y'all. Trust me. He said, I heard 60K. Whoa, went to content creators. I think that's what Tisa said, or somebody has said it. But Coco, that's probably what's going on. You know, because why? Why? You know? Why? That's probably exactly what's going on. That money talking. You say feelings are not facts, but facts will change your feelings. Absolutely. And over here we say what? Facts over feelings. At the end of the day, facts over feelings. Okay. Oh, cute. Say two. She say she was just joking. She say that's not a bad gig. All you got to do is wear a free Diddy shirt. Free Diddy shirt, yeah. But she say she was just joking. Look, they couldn't pay me. You can't pay me to wear that shirt. I'm sorry. But to each their own. Mary say he wish he can lay hands on her. Let's be honest. Yeah, exactly. You say that was so disrespectful. He really did. Or he wanted to trigger her to the point where she attacked him and now she looked even more crazy. That's some narcissistic shit. How you gonna go attack somebody else, right? Recording them. That's textbook narcissism. Is it not? I'd have been recorded by a narcissist after they triggered me to the point of anger and rage, wanting to rip their goddamn head off. They pull their phone out and record me. Okay? But he was the one provoking her and harassing her. How dare you? He wanted to get a response and a rise out of her so that he could say then, oh, she crazy. She crazy, but she ain't feed into it. Evidently, she ain't new to it. She true to this. Say, I'm packing, so it will not be a good idea. Okay. All right. Now she say she packed. Said, yeah, I heard that about that 60K. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. All right, y'all. So let's see what else he got.
90,000 subscribers, y'all. Let's go. Double tap that screen. I should be at 1,000 likes for this epic ass shit I just did.
Epic, right? Because he knows Tisa better than him.
Tisa Tells is a government informant. She was paid by the feds.
No, right? Because now he got paid to spread lies about Tisa because they don't like the fact that she got an opinion about an abusive ass man that abused women and children. Right? Oh, okay. So now he got to spin that narrative. He got paid to do that.
To spin the narrative in the media, Tisa Tells is a plant. Tisa Tells is a plant. She was paid by the government to spin the narrative to everybody in the media. That's why she was on MSNBC, CNN, Nancy Grace, all that other shit.
Wow, he's a hater. That's why she was a hater.
And she's a fucking liar. I said what I said. I said what I said. Well, you just missed it.
These be the men that will, these ratchet is the type of men that will be on women in relationships because they be in competition with the girl. They want to be a woman so bad. They be in competition with their wives and their girlfriends. Hell, probably their damn daughters and shit. Be abusive as hell because you're jealous and envious of them and you view them as competition versus equal. This is the problem right here. Everything that he's saying does not support her telling an actual lie. This is all his opinion of her and how he perceived her as competition. I don't hear no facts coming out this lame ass nigga mouth. And then they got mad because she called him a nigga. So what? You acting like a fuck. I would have called him a fuck nigga. That's what you is. That's what you're giving. They better be glad all she said was they glazing and Diddy still won't let them suck them off. And he think he's so ratchet shit. My mouth could get very ratchet. But I know Tisa was trying to keep it cute on that live. I would have been the one tearing his ass up, saying everything she wanted to say. All she could say was what she said because she wanted to keep a certain image on that platform. And I get it. I get it. But she needed somebody there that was going to give it to his ass. You know, switch that shit around on him. Had that little nigga looking like, I mean, he already looked like a lame. He already looked like a fucking lame anyway, but you know what I'm saying? That nigga tail would have been tucked behind his scrawny ass by the time I got through with him. Yeah. Lame ass. He a lame.
Hell yeah, dude. We find over in the corner. She right there. I just went off on her for like 10 straight minutes. She gonna tell her security, remove him. Touch me. Come on, bring your ass over here and touch me.
Because he was jacking the other way, so that's why he gonna go down, right?
Yeah.
And you know he's weak because he got to keep going back to people. Yeah, Lee, you see what I did to Tisa? You see what I said to Tisa? Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, shit. You know, he got to keep going back and yeah.
Tisa, you over here telling lies. She lied to everybody. You need to stand on them lies. Now, if Diddy would have got found guilty of everything, wouldn't they would have came out here and did the same thing to us? They would have cooked us. Hey, y'all niggas over here lying, bro. Y'all was over here doing all that lying, caping for Diddy. You was doing all that. Oh, Mama Combs, Mama. Oh, you would have looked goofy if you would have got found guilty of everything. We stood on 10.
And see, that's the thing. It doesn't matter. See, he wanted to make Tisa look like she was wrong for having an opinion, right? She was wrong for saying that Diddy, we got all this evidence. It's not looking good for him. He gonna be under the jail. Then he say she would have been looking goofy if it was not guilty. That don't mean that he didn't do the shit. That just mean they didn't have enough evidence to support that he did it. That don't mean he ain't guilty. I don't think she would have been looking goofy. I think she still would have stood on what she believed was right. He said there are definitely men out there like him. Absolutely. I dealt with him. Not no more. But I definitely could spot him. Okay. Spot him, got him. SD, he a fella DV. Absolutely. I told you, birds of a feather. Say SD exactly. He never even said what she lied, what she told a lie about. Little boy, sit down. That's what Mary say. She said, that's the Detroit and you might be, girl. You know, we don't hold him up. We don't hold him up. You say they said she ate him up in the courthouse. Good. Good. You say he feels her influence, SD. He mad. He mad. It's an influence fight. It's an influence war going on, y'all. That's what it's be about. That's what it be about. That's why I ain't in competition with nobody. I'm just trying to be better than I was yesterday. Fuck all the other stuff. I'm not about to be arguing over who put this content out first, who got to. I ain't doing none of that. And I felt like they was even mad at Tisa for not feeding into the competition that they be having amongst themselves as content creators. They be mad about that. Nah, I'ma fall back. I catch y'all later. Y'all take them. Take all the people, take all the subscribers you need over there. That's fine with me. I'm good with how many people on this live? 15 people. I'm quite all right. I'm quite all right because we can have a real conversation and I can fully express myself. Either I'm gonna do that either way. But it's like, nah, I'm not competing for no content. I ain't finna do that. I don't even compete with nobody in my real life. You think I'm finna get on somebody's what they say Beyonce's internet and compete? Oh no. Oh no. I don't compete with nobody. Absolutely not. You say, oh boy says what it means is he had a powerful ass defense team. That's it. Oh boy. That's it. That's all that means. The prosecution lost that war. Lost that fight. That's all that means. Because like I said, we saw what he did to Cassie. All that other shit. Okay.
My boy Uda, we stood on 10. We the only niggas out here standing on 10, bro.
On 10, brother.
Never wavered away from our opinions. We stuck to the facts. We stuck to the facts. Yeah. Salute. Yeah, we having a party tonight, baby. We having a party tonight, baby. It's a Diddy party tonight. Nick, you coming? You coming to the Diddy party, Nick? I'm going. Baby oil everywhere.
Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna go give me a bottle of baby oil right now.
There it go, right there.
I'm gonna go give me some baby oil.
I told y'all they all want to be at the Diddy party. They all want to be there. Sick.
I'm getting some baby oil. Let's go. I'm gonna piss everybody off. Y'all knew I was gonna come out here talking that shit. It's a party tonight, baby. It's a party.
That is so sick.
It's a party out here, y'all.
And you know what? I think people confusing it with, oh, Diddy. What I heard somebody in the comments somewhere say, not heard, I read it. They talking about, oh, Diddy, y'all just mad because he was a freak. No, this is beyond being a freak. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with getting your freak on and having your menage a trois and orgies and all that. When it starts spilling over into exploitation, now we got a problem. When it starts spilling into abuse, now you're a sicko. Okay? Let's not get that confused. Ain't nobody mad if Diddy want to screw 15,000 women and men and all hoes in one night. We ain't mad about that. It's the fact that he's exploiting and abusing people. Day 26 ain't get on there crying and boohoo crying for nothing. Grown ass men, come on now. Them niggas, they traumatized. That is gross, Q. He said Tisa was killing it all the way to the bank while they were going out every night. Tisa was working. That's right. And that's why she got the feedback that she got. She put in the work. That's why she got that same wig on. She could buy 10 more if she want. Thanks to her hard work. Shit. That's why she got that wig on every day. She ain't thinking about that wig. I think that she was truly passionate about this case. I think obviously you want to get paid for your hard work and dedication, as you should, okay? But I really think that she was passionate about getting justice for victims because that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Women having voices, systems being built where women are protected, men protecting women, women supporting and protecting each other, people supporting victims, okay? Men, women, and children. But in this case, we're talking about women, okay? Did I read that? She said, Tisa, okay, Tisa was working. Gab, oh, boy says money won that case. He said he will slip again and the feds may not be done with him. R. Kelly got off the first time too. Okay, that makes sense. Oh boy, that makes sense. Because I believe they said once he get a not guilty verdict, right, that they can't charge him for that specific crime anymore. But I'm sure in some type of way, if they found out that he is, if they get more evidence, maybe they can go after a different name. You get what I'm saying? Like a different crime, but related to that same charge that he was found not guilty on. So, like you say, he gonna slip up again, yeah, because he got a problem and he's a narcissistic sociopath and he can't help himself. And he power driven. So he gonna slip up. I believe that too. Mary says 3 is company, too much is a crowd. You can't see. We like deers with headlights up here. ST. Yes, ma'am. She say he acting like he know Diddy. Diddy don't give a damn about he showed on. Showed on. Most definitely bigger than being a freak. Motherfuckers is crazy, delusional. You say this joker said Diddy's boys reached out to thank him for doing what he did. Wow, right. Because they can't stand Tisa because Tisa is gonna be the one that dive too deep. She gonna be the one that go a little too deep and expose every damn body. They don't want Tisa talking. They want to shut her up. Why else would he be attacking her? It's to silence her. It's to put fear in her so that she will be fearful to speak. Okay? That's within any case, right? Why else would a person want to attack someone for speaking their opinion? One of your messages just got deleted. Oh boy, you got to repost it. YouTube deleted it. I see somebody messages getting retracted. I don't like that. I ain't even get a chance to read it yet. You too, Mary. Something you just posted. She said, I watched her on Nancy and ABC. I did too, Coco. I watched her too. And people was talking about, oh, she only had a few minutes. And so what? So what? She was on there. Okay. Just give her props, give her flowers and congratulate her and move on. People just be jealous for nothing. Like, what? That's why people you ain't succeeding in life. You a hater. You're a fucking hater. Say you used his power, influence, and money to F8 and more. Okay. Diddy was wrong and guilty as fuck. To hear grown-ups take up for him is crazy, but it exposes who they are. Right? It exposes exactly who these people is. You say once a fed baby, you always a fed baby. Only a matter of time. They are already building their next case. Yep. I agree. Yep. I guarantee within 2 years, he going to do an OJ and commit a serious crime or go to prison. Or he gonna go, yep. Probably unalive somebody, get somebody hurt real bad, and get his ass caught up. He can't help himself, y'all.
Look, where everybody at who was doing all that lying? They left. Hiding in the corner. Didn't I tell y'all she was gonna be somewhere hiding in the corner?
Now, how is she hiding in the corner? He say she right in front of the door.
Okay, so chat, let me know. Was I wrong for doing that? If I was wrong, drop the caps because I'm just full of shit. If I was right for doing that, drop the gems. Let me know, was I wrong for doing that, y'all? If I was wrong, drop the caps. If I was completely right for doing that, drop the gems. Was I wrong for that, y'all? Or should I have just kept my mouth closed? She gonna try to sway everybody talking about he's over here attacking a black woman. Girl, you just attacked a black man for 8 weeks.
He trash.
You just attacked a black man for 8 weeks. What you talking about? I'm
trash.
Wrong. I'm talking about I'm broke. And girl, you just proved my point. You hate black men. That's all this is about. We could tell you got cheated on.
And it looked like he about to go back.
And probably got a kid and daddy went and got some milk and never came home. Now you got resentment.
And that ain't even
now
true.
You got resentment.
From what I heard, Tisa's parents are still together and she has a great relationship with her mother and father. But again, that's a narrative that he's trying to spin. That's a lie.
Now you got resentment.
Trying to make it seem like, you know, her background has something to do with why she hate black men and she attacking black men. How she attacking you, nigga? And you walked up on her. You walked up on her. You looked for her. You hunted her down.
Nah, people got to stand on it, bro.
Weird.
With Community Choices e-banking.
Coco say, how many minutes did those people do on major networks? Exactly. None. And they mad about the 2 minutes that they didn't get.
People have to stand on the lies they told, fam. I'm just being real. People got to stand on them lies
right,
they told.
He won't stop, can't stop. And I hate that because I love that saying. I actually got a wristband that say can't stop, won't stop. Man, no Diddy, as the kids say. No Diddy.
You got to stand on them lies you told, man. I stuck to the facts of the case, bro. I stuck to facts. Facts. I didn't lie to nobody. They over here lying. You got it? Tag me.
Making money off of black people like Ratchet. I know. I'm exploiting you guys, aren't I?
She's exploiting black people.
Guys, I will split the check. It's probably going to be $80, and I'll get $40 to you.
No, all I want is a tag. You owe me a tag. Just tag me in the video.
Yeah, because I didn't know who the hell you were, because I couldn't spell Ratchet. I spelled that
exactly.
R-A-C-H-E-T.
How the hell you get my name wrong?
I know, but she said you're thirsty for views.
Thirsty for views?
That you need her name for views, and that you're crashing out and that Diddy doesn't know who you are, and you're simping for a man that doesn't know your name. That's what she said.
She said I was simping for a man that I don't know his name.
Look at her,
you said I was
ass.
simping for Diddy. You said I was simping for Diddy. You said I was simping for Diddy.
Okay, so this is the part where we can see her and Lovely T doing that little sector on Tisa's live. Okay, so he did attack her before she had that little short interview with Lovely T, because he came back. Okay, we already seen him, and at first there, and then he left, and then he came back because he had to rally up another crowd.
I'm simping for Diddy. No, stand on what you said. Stand on what you said. I ain't simping for nothing. You gotta stand on them lies you told. You gotta stand on them lies you told. She's sweating. Why you sweating? Why are you sweating, Tisa? Why? It's not even hot out here. Why you sweating? Why you sweating, Tisa? Why are you sweating? Why are you sweating? You're sweating because you're a liar. You done got caught up in every lie you done told. Let's get a close-up of this. You done got caught up in all them lies you told, Tisa. You done got caught up talking about I'm caping for Diddy and I don't know him. Say it while I'm here. Why don't you say it while I'm standing right here? Yeah, bitch ass man. Bullying you. You bullied Diddy. You bullied his family. You bullied Diddy's entire family. You bullied Diddy's entire family. Yeah, let's get back into it because you're a liar. Why don't you tell them people about that Rico you promised them?
How's she gonna promise a Rico?
Tell them about that. Tell them about
what? This makes absolutely no sense. How was she going to promise a Rico because she believed that he was guilty of Rico? She ain't the prosecution, nor is she the goddamn jury or the judge. Oh, boy says he can't even be around his son. His baby mama made it to the internet once. He was in the same business as ex-workers. Wow, no lie. And with men on top of that. Well, that makes sense. Like I said, he want Diddy to be all up in his Diddy. Okay? He want Diddy with the baby oil on standby. Okay? He wants that ass. He said, I know one thing. He's standing there 100 feet. Listen, child. Oh, boy got the tea. Mary, you said a white woman was instigating the whole trial and she has been up against Tisa. Wow. I mean, yeah, of course. Because she wouldn't have said what she said.
About that Rico you promised them. Tell them about that Rico you promised them, Tisa. Tell them about that Rico you promised them, Tisa. Exactly. You got to do that. You sweating. She's scrambling and scraping, baby. Bad boy is back. Bad boy is back. Bad boy is back, Tisa. You scrambling and scraping, Tisa. No, she got to stand on them lies she told. Bad boy. Bad boy. Bad boy. Diddy coming home, baby. Diddy coming home. Hey, your platform done, Tisa. Them lies you told. Talking about I need your name for clicks and views. Girl, I done did over 50 million views on my channel. What is you talking about? Stick to the facts, Tisa.
He is
you
a
lied
clown.
in that courtroom. You lied outside the courtroom. You lied on Diddy. You lied on his family. You promised him a Rico and it never happened. You're done. You're fucking cooked. You federal fucking agent. She's working for the fucking feds, y'all. Tisa is a fed. Yeah, Tisa is a fucking fed. Paid by the prosecution team. You fucking liar. You liar. She called me a bitch ass ninja.
That's what you
I
acting
didn't make
like.
Tisa
You
break
fucking
character, y'all. I
rat
didn't make her
face.
break her whole character. You know your whole platform finna follow me, right, Tisa? You just missed it again.
Look, she's talking about your whole platform for the follow. He wants Tisa page gone so bad. He wants Tisa page gone so bad, y'all. Oh, boy say he hate him for real. Big platform to pull his background, present it, and it's over for his rat face ass. That's what I added the end on there, y'all, but you get the point. But they do talk about him, oh boy. That's not my first time hearing that he has a case with his baby mom. That's not my first time hearing that he's a woman beater either.
Oh man.
Wow.
They say you weird. Block that bitch for saying I'm weird. Hey, Maya, start blocking people. Salute, man. Huh? I just did. You just missed it.
You was the bodyguard for that brother upstairs. Until he went to the trucking business. I buried him last Friday. A lot of people don't even know why I'm here. I'm not just about him. It's about friendship, support. That man ain't have no support. He had no support. Only one that came was Kanye West. That's it. So now everybody want to show up. Well, I wasn't needed, but I'm happy. I'm elated. Whatever verdict it is that was good, I'm happy for. Whatever he's found guilty for, so big. The point is,
he talking about he ain't had no support. Okay, they ain't trying to get on, and I think that a lot of more of Diddy friends or whatever you want to call them, celebrities, are going to be facing the same things that he's facing. I think that they didn't want to be seen because of that. I think Kanye was probably just trying to get his. Didn't he just come out with a song, or album, or something? He probably was just trying to get them sales up.
is this: he's not going to spend the rest of his life from his family. Now, what I suggest to P. Diddy, if he's listening, change your friends, get with God, stay with your family.
Hey, anybody who got that, if y'all
want to be a
Kanye
published novelist with Squibbler's AI novel writer power.
That's not who he had in mind coming to visit him, right? But he did call Kanye.
That shit, tag me in it. I don't care about y'all using my image for y'all money. I know y'all gonna get a lot of views off what I just did. Just make sure y'all tag me in it, man. That's all I ask. All I ask is y'all tag me in it. Oh, you just missed it again. I just went back. I just went back and did it again. Because she gonna talk shit about me when I left and they told me. I said, oh, you?
Oh, the chat told you?
Yeah, she was over there talking shit about me. I went back and cooked her ass again. All them lies she told her.
And look at the men. He's just telling these men, oh yeah, I just did this to that woman. Like, and they think it's funny. They ain't saying, Nick, boy, you wrong. They ain't telling him, no, that ain't the play. Like, what is you doing? Leave that. Now I hear nobody once say leave her alone. They think it's a fucking joke. I can't stand
telling lies. Tisa telling lies.
Every day we have something.
Tisa over there telling lies. With her lying ass, I told her, you owe Diddy family a fucking apology. You owe Diddy an apology because you lied.
An apology, boy.
What happened to the Rico you promised?
Oh, you talking about that girl over
He's
there?
smoking Diddy. England.
With that girl,
she works for the federal government.
I'm trying to be honest.
She works for Nancy Grace. Yeah.
Nancy Grace.
Yes.
That's who she works with.
Yes.
She works with Nancy Grace.
Nancy Grace.
I noticed that he got to keep saying Nancy Grace and ABC News. Those are the same two platforms who has been seeming like, I know Nancy is definitely with the prosecution. But notice that they're targeting Nancy, ABC, and Tisa. Because those are big platforms with, a big outreach. I'm convinced that he's paid to work for Diddy and his family. I'm convinced. I don't know about y'all, but I am.
Yeah, she's a nasty woman, bro.
That's why she bring dude around as bodyguard.
Because she needed, because all you doing is lying. Don't nobody need no bodyguards. Ain't nobody out here lying.
Just trucking at the screen. Who the fuck is he? Maybe he is a star, maybe he isn't. But where was he the past weeks and days? That's right. You're right. Wait, where was he? You're right. Yeah. But they still trying to get publicity. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all in the business, baby.
And the twins that he had the body cam footage about from another chick outside of his current case. Grown man caught in the shower with twin little girls allegedly is his voice. What? You talking about Ratchet? Good child.
Yeah, That
is crazy.
No friends was here. No friends. But we don't know if they haven't been visiting behind the scenes. Maybe they didn't want to come out front because it is a business. So what are you going to do? You know how you work. That's a possibility. Of course it is.
Ain't nobody checking. If you told Kanye, ain't nobody checking on my goddamn kids on the phone. Ain't nobody checking.
Yeah.
Kanye the only real nigga. He the only real one, dog.
He said Kanye the only real.
And then not nobody say nothing about Kanye.
Think about that.
Yeah.
And Kanye called him a fed.
Like, who the hell do he think he is? Diddy Patrol?
We know he ain't a fed now. We know
That's
Diddy
not
ain't no
on
rat.
payroll. Diddy Patrol ain't on
rat.
payroll. Who the hell he think he is? Okay, so here's another angle, y'all. We almost wrapping this live up. Look at this weirdo. Look what he got on. Let's get into this look. Let's get into this drip, y'all. Let's get into it. Okay, look. Oh my goodness. Let me try to get a good angle. What the hell do he got on? First of all, he looked like something out of Bug's Life. He looked just like, what was his name? Flick, about to go on a journey. He looked just like him right here. And he got the nerves to be trying to harass somebody and bully and stalk somebody. Look, and it's that picture that I got on my thumbnail. He looked drained in the eyes. He's definitely a narcissist. His face looks drained. No life. That's all that fucking trolling he be doing is showing on his face.
Diddy's entire family. Yeah, let's get back into it because you're a liar.
Lame.
Telling people about that Rico you promised them.
Look at him. You say hallway janitor, old dirty gold.
That dry ass friend. Tell him about that. Tell him about that Rico you promised him. Tell him about that Rico you promised him, Tisa. Tell him about that Rico you promised him, Tisa. Exactly. You gotta do that. You sweating. She's scrambling and scraping, baby. Bad boy is back. Bad boy is back. Bad boy is back, Tisa. You scrambling and scraping.
See, that's Tisa Tell. I mean, not Tisa Tell. Lady T right there again with that phone. Okay, y'all see that? I wish I could zoom in. I don't know how to zoom in on here. Can I zoom in? But y'all see it, okay? Y'all see it. Okay, so we got that. That was another angle from somebody who was there. Who was recording it? I'm not sure. Okay. So we got that. And then this is something that I seen somebody says. It says Diddy is free. Bye-bye Tisa Tells smells. This is what somebody said.
I told y'all Diddy will be home before the fireworks get started on the 4th of July. I told y'all this. I told y'all he was going to be walking free on these charges. I told y'all this already. Puffy's on the way home. He's going to be back in Miami. I know y'all heard that he sold Revolt before he went into jail. That's why you heard it was sold to a private investor. That's someone that he knows. He's about to buy back his company, and he's about to be on top again. But the main part I'm most excited about this trial is Tisa Tells. I was so happy to see her nasty face after the not guilty conviction.
You have to attack her face.
I was so happy. She's been Diddy's #1 hater every single day. She's made
He did. Y'all see his face. He definitely abuser. Okay.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars on his videos, and she was sick to her stomach. Diddy's on the way home. I told y'all Diddy in 5.
Just lying. Just lying. Diddy's on the way home. Again, this is a lie. That was a lie because we don't know yet. He just lied. Definitely. That's what I'm saying. That was definitely a lie, y'all. He don't know when Diddy coming home, if at all. He don't know. Diddy did not walk. Absolutely. They claim Tisa telling lies, but that's all they be doing is just lying. Talking about he most excited about you know, her face, and they talking about she smell, whatever the case is. That's a hater. Okay. Oh dang. I meant to let me share this TikTok real quick. TikTok. You just say, bag on your head, say he going to jail. Haha. Wait, why Ratchet on who got Ratchet face on a damn profile? Let me find out. Who is that? Child. All right, let me see. Okay, so we got a few things here. So his mug shot. You say Diddy seen fireworks, all right?
We just want to get your reaction. You said it was going to prison, might be coming home. Just want to get your reaction. What do you think about it?
Oh, this was when somebody approached her, and honestly, it sounded like
acted ignorantly and had their no, I'm saying the way you came up on me is ignorant. Ask yourself why victims don't come forward, and ask yourself, right?
That sound like Armand Wiggins.
I think that much like you, the jury very ignorant, acted ignorantly, and had their no, I'm saying the way you came up on me is ignorant. Well, baby, here I am.
I've been looking for you.
I'm on live right now. Okay, worry about your little channel, sweetie. What's that? Diddy is still not gonna let you suck his. Baby, your channel's not doing a good job. Anyway, right?
So they had it out for Tisa that whole day, y'all. They had it out for her the whole day. This one of the ladies who was talking shit about Tisa too, talking about, she working for the feds, right?
Okay, so listen, guys.
Remember, I told y'all the one with the black hair wrap.
Not a RICO. I told y'all that. How you determine the RICO? Okay, you have to first prove that a criminal enterprise exists. You have to then prove that the defendant was party to that criminal enterprise, whether they work for it, were the head of it, or associated with it in some way. And he is, because it's his own enterprise. Then you have to prove that the person committed at least 2 predicate actions in a 10-year span. And we already know that he's done that. So why do people keep saying, where is the RICO? The RICO is right there in your faces. Y'all just need to face it. Anybody that's thinking Diddy's getting off and he's not. Diddy is done, his goose is cooked, and it's going down. Here. I told you all it was a freako, not a RICO. All right? I told you all they had was the man act. Please pay attention. All right?
So how you feeling about it?
Oh, I'm feeling like I was right all along. Like I've been telling you guys, at the end of the day, they did not prove the RICO. All they had was sharing that with us beloved. Yes, it is called a RICO. But nonetheless, he's having his assistants go and get him illegal substances. So what does that mean? If they work for his enterprise and they're doing crime, isn't that in fact a criminal enterprise? And it's not just one assistant, it's several of them. Even the security.
And see, the part that we're watching with her in the white and the pink, this is a video that she had did prior to the day that they were attacking her, right? With the black hair wrap. She was not on Diddy's side. She's clearly explaining why she feels like Diddy is guilty of RICO and all the other charges. Okay, are y'all picking up what she's saying? Because I know they got it fast forwarded. It's kind of fast, but this shows us that they know that Diddy is guilty, but it's better for them. It benefits them more to ride the wave of Diddy being not guilty. They benefit more from that.
Security, the chief of security, okay, the chief of staff. Then we have Brendan Paul, the 24-year-old, the one that they said was the mule, okay? So, and then they even asked her, have you ever carried illegal substances for him? She said yes. They said, where to? She said she went and picked them up from KK. That's Christina Corbin. She went and picked them up from her. Christina told her, wait, and I'll get the security. He's going to bring them to you. So she got them from her in Miami, I believe, at Two-Star Island, somewhere in that area. And then she took them, I want to say she took them to LA. I can't be sure without looking at my notes, but she took them from one state to another. So I'm sorry. Isn't that whole crime? Isn't that in fact trafficking? Okay, of illegal substances. MKK is involved. Security is involved. Now he has her involved. This is in fact a criminal enterprise. That's the RICO right there. The first step. Remember, I told you guys weeks ago. Teray, what do you have to say about the verdict? Teray, let us know. What do you got to say, Teray? Teray, let us know what you're thinking. Come on, Teray, don't get quiet now. Teray, don't get quiet now, Teray. Tell us what you got to say. Teray, it was a RICO, not a RICO.
Wow.
It was a FRICO, not a RICO. Okay, so listen, guys. I told you all it was a FRICO, not a RICO. I told y'all that. Jack, how you determine the RICO? Okay, you have to first prove.
Okay, so y'all can see clearly how they know Diddy is guilty, like I said. They know. They see the evidence just like Tisa was seeing the evidence. This proof to y'all and us, right? That they know exactly what they be doing. But it's beneficial for them to spin narratives, lies, and chaos because they benefit from it. They get subscribers, they get views, they get money, they gain more influence or whatever the case may be. Okay, so if anybody was lying, it's definitely Ratchet. It's this one. It's Bobblehead right here on the screen that we see. Okay, Mr. Rat Face Ratchet, and everybody else that's claiming that Tisa is a liar, or that anybody that is speaking or standing with the prosecution, me included. Okay, because I am definitely not for Diddy. Okay. I'm not for none of these celebrities. I think they all lie and they all in these secret societies doing foul, funky dog shit. Okay, so I'm not supporting any of them. But this just goes to show, like I said, let's make that very clear, that they know Diddy is guilty, but they benefit off him being not guilty and supporting abusers. Okay, so this should have exposed to us. And anybody that catch this replay that's still on the fence, that these content creators, okay, not including me, are fake as hell and will do anything for clout, anything for influence, money, or power. That's all it's showing. He said, what man called himself Ratchet? I just saw that. Good night, Mary. Good night, Mary. She probably gone already. You say it was not Armand? Okay, it sounded like him. I don't know if it was him or not. It sounded like him. He looks like he smoked that stuff. He looked crackish. He looked lifeless, soulless. Right, called himself Ratchet and a troll. He proudly calls himself a troll. Said sold they souls for clout. Yeah, they not like us, Coco. They just not. And I'm glad because I'm not like them. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna show that video of that baby oil and then dang. I think I clicked the wrong thing. It was out there in that baby oil, child. They was having a good old time with that baby oil. Look at him. Look. And look who you see right there. Lovely T again. And all the other content creators too. But I think that I y'all might feel like I've been targeting Lovely T a little bit. And I probably have, because I don't appreciate what she did. But not just her. I don't appreciate what none of them did. Okay, but there she go right there. All ha, ha, ha. Everybody think it's funny, think it's cute. What type of society is we living? What is this? What is this? Do they not realize that they are celebrating abuse, exploitation, disrespect, delusion? What? Like, yes, I'm gonna point that out. She right there. Lovely T right there in the crowd.
I don't know if I'm uptight or if I'm just getting older, because that just annoyed me to no end. What are we doing? Outside jumping.
So I wasn't trying to play that. I just really wanted to play the actual video. I must didn't save it. So yeah, but y'all get the point. Let me see if I can find one real quick. Let me see. Baby oil. Armand Wiggins. He said she was the one always making it known she don't like mess. That could be it. And the fact that I felt like she was she played both sides. I don't like that fake ass shit. You know, I can respect the hater, because they just gonna just be a fucking hater. Clearly, we know Armand, Ratchet, they just haters off rip. But a person that act like they like you and they really don't, I got a problem with them type of people. A major problem. Just gone. Oh, that sound like Neek at night. Let me share this with y'all, because she was recording too.
Look at Armand, y'all. Look at Armand, y'all. They really throwing baby oil. Oh my God.
See that crazy shit? Crazy. And I guess that wasn't the first time he did that, because he did it on his own platform too. Look at that 444, y'all. Y'all see that?
I told y'all this to give me. Keep on giving. Hot mess. Hot mess. You out. You out. You out.
Yep, did that to go viral. And you know what's crazy is that we be watching the humiliation rituals happen. Like this was a humiliation ritual for Armand. They got to do stuff like this in order to go viral. In order to go viral to you know, rank higher. No, I'm not doing none of that. Y'all not going to see me doing none of that just to gain followers and all that. I gain my followers and subscribers organically. I'm not exploiting myself to get nothing. I'm not disrespecting myself to get no type of clout, fame, power, money, none of that. What they say, all money ain't good money. At some point, you gotta fall. You gotta stand for something, or I promise you, gonna fall for anything. You say set us back 100 years. That's so embarrassing, shameful, and it's always black people doing shit like this. Like, why? It makes absolutely no sense. Embarrassing. The Willie Lynch letter is still alive, apparently. Slavery, too. I can't. But, y'all, let me see what he done said right here. I'm utterly disgusted.
So people, there's a little bottle of baby oil. So people were going and saying that I think it was on one of those neighborhood watch things or the neighborhood notification. I don't know. It got like 11 million alerts that people were slinging baby oil. It was like this huge thing. The police came out. They started barricading all of this stuff. It was crazy, right? So, you know, at first I was a little bit upset because the headline started to say, "Oh, Diddy supporters, you know, are, you know, cheering outside for baby oil," right? And then, and I was, at first I was upset because I was like, first of all, this is coming from the press that was inside. And a lot of those people knew me and they knew my platform. And they were out here making it seem like, oh, Armand had to be a Diddy supporter. And it just, you know, doing all that stuff. And I just didn't like it because I'm like, bro, you guys are putting out this misleading headlines that's going viral everywhere. So, but I couldn't control it. So I was really upset about
how
that.
could you expect anybody?
But two, I
This
was
is
upset
delusional.
because number one, I was expressing to one of my friends that people were trying to take the fun out of this case for me and my followers. And I'm just, and y'all know me.
How could he have expected anybody to take that any other way than him looking like he's having a good ass time drenched in baby oil, knowing what the context of the baby oil means behind the Diddy case? What other way was people supposed to take that other than you a fucking clown jumping around, being circled around people who was supposed to be, you know, informing the public of this very serious trial, and you jumping around while people spraying you with baby oil? How else was we supposed to take this? That was weird. You say he jeopardized any opportunities? Yeah, it's not a good look. It's disgusting, actually.
Me, I'm in a new light, so I'm not going to crash out. But I had every intention to crash out, but I'm not, just because I don't have to. But the thing was, I felt the way because I'm like, you know what? Screw you. Because it's like everyone knows. Just yesterday, I was never about being a Diddy supporter. And just, I want to clear something up. If I decided that that's what I wanted to do, I have a right in this country to do so. And
Now
no
he
one's
want
going
to
to make me feel like
gaslight
I can't.
people.
You get what I'm saying? This is
Now he
my
want to
platform.
gaslight people to believe, oh, if I was, then that, no, you are a Diddy supporter. Who's going to be doing what you're doing without sending the message that I support Diddy while being drenched in baby oil? What other message could you be sending? And that how badly you want to be at a freak off. That's it.
I spent my money. I covered this trial every single day
Right.
for 60 days doing it. So if I want to support the man on the moon, I can do so. But that wasn't what this was about. This was about the moments that we've created here in this room. You know, what this was no different than me thinking creatively off the top of my head in the moment and doing something for my fans and my people. This had nothing to do about celebrating Diddy. This was more about me, honestly, and doing the more oil, because whenever I'm out at the clubs, whenever I'm out at the bars, if I'm walking down the street, people are yelling, more oil, more oil. And so to me, it's no different than me throwing the oil on me, myself in here, drop kicking Cassie over here, flinging myself on the bed, coming from behind I've came behind this door every single.
And now he's looking for validation from the public. You're disrespectful. Like you say in the comments, he's making fun of women being trafficked. He's making fun of women and children being drugged. Okay. Allegedly, he's got some things going on, abuse on children. Okay. They call them what? Party favors and shit like that. He making fun of Cassie being drop kicked. Nothing's funny about none of that. It's very disrespectful. It's very distasteful. But he know exactly what he's doing. Now he want to play victim.
Single day for this trial. We went viral every single day for reenactments. Through this whole process of this trial, I've had props. Why wouldn't I have a prop on the last day and do a more oil live in the flesh for the people that were there? I just thought of it in that moment, like, oh my God, we should do a live reenactment of more oil, because this is what we do. But I do understand that people, the headlines are misleading, and the people that didn't know me, they took those messy headlines, and then it was a trigger. It was a rage bait. It was a little bottle of baby oil.
Oh,
So
please.
people were going and saying that, I think it was on one of those neighborhood watch things, or the neighborhood.
Yeah, I can't support that. I can't support anybody that is a victim shaming or supporting abuse. I can't. All these brain dead people that can't think for themselves and starstruck and still worshiping celebrities in this day and time. Like, no. I can't do it. So yeah, these are a bunch of goofies, a bunch of brainless, soulless people. Look at that clown shit. Look at them. This ain't nothing but what they call it, caricature. I think I'm saying that right. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. In the flesh. This is the same black exploitation that they've been doing. Same tactics. Same tactics. But yeah, that's what I pretty much wanted to tap in with you guys on, because like I say, what we're witnessing, y'all, it's not just about a legal case. It's not just about Diddy. It's not just about oh, here we go. It's a spiritual war. And at this point, you're having to pick a side. Okay? It is the soul, the beings with soul against the beings without souls. Okay? You're having to pick a side in real time. Either you support slavery, abuse, or you don't. Energetic manipulation, energy siphoning, ritualistic abuse, that whole grid of silence in the matrix, the false matrix, either you support that or you don't. And you will be exposed. This goes for celebrities on down to your average Joe. Don't matter. Why you think so many of us is going no contact with family and things like that? Because it's happening even in our own family dynamics. The truth is being exposed. The spiritual war is happening right now. Been happening. The psychological war, that's what this is all about. The siphoning, the stalking, the attacks, the abuse, the manipulation, all of that. Because the divine justice has to be served. With the real crimes is spiritual abuse, masquerading as disagreements and this diddy shit. Okay, that's what's going on. And the only power that they have, the opposition, which is these soulless beings, okay, the only power that they have is perception, projection, and influence. That's the only power that they have. If they can influence, they can control the crowd. If they can control the perception, they can paint false narratives, okay? And through projection, they can cast their own ugliness, emptiness onto people who actually do have divine light. And I think that's what's going on with this Tisa situation. People don't, these heartless, cold, callous beings don't attack people for nothing. Yes, some people might look at it like, okay, this just, typical content creator shit. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's spiritual. It's always spiritual first. It's something about Tisa that they want that they can't get, so they project and they attack. Tisa has a magneticness. She has a magnetism about her, right? She does, regardless of the fact she does. They want that. They want that frequency. They want to mimic it, but they can't. They can only mock it, abuse it, and attack it. That's it. It's given very much so reptilians, right? That's what it's given. They thirsty. They're thirsty for the divine light. They're thirsty for it. So be careful, be diligent. What they say, stay woke, okay? Stay woke. Pay attention. It's an energy war. Okay? Pay attention. I'm going to bed too, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to go to bed. While I call my, yeah. So I just wanted to talk about that. We talked about it. I'll see you guys soon. Okay. I want to say good night, good morning, good evening to anybody that catches this replay. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Okay, good night, Kuwana. Good night. Thank you for being here as long as you was. It went over time, but that's okay. That's okay. Thank you for being here. She said chat was good. Yep. Good night, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get up off here. All right, y'all. Yeah, this was a good talk. And I started not to do this live, so I'm glad I did. I needed to get that off my chest because I don't appreciate the disrespect to the divine feminines. I do not. I don't appreciate it at all. Protect the women, protect the children. Learn to respect each other. Okay? Trust your discernment. If it don't feel right, it ain't right. Trust your discernment. I say y'all. I see y'all soon. Good night, oh boy. Good night, y'all. Or good morning.